Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and today we're going to be playing Night with Timber by nomnomnami. This is the same developer behind Bad End Theater. I played that one a while back, and Starry Flowers, if you remember that yaoi cute visual novel. Both are great games. They've made a lot more than just that. Let's start. This is going to be very different from their other works, by the way, and it's going to be 18 plus, just to top that off, just to let you know. So please be ready for that, okay? Very, very dark themes ahead. Let's start. Name your character. Tofu, sure. Let's go with Tofu. What? It's the character's name, bro. It can't be Clock. It can't be. You want me to make? Okay, I'll make it chat. Chat. Okay. Chat. Your name is Chat. Okay. All right. It's gonna be Chat today. I told you there's dark themes, Chat. Okay, and this is what you want, so. Night has fallen, and you hear concerning noises in the woods behind you. It's like moaning behind me. You've been running for a while now, a brisk walk at first, but eventually, a near sprint as your paranoia gets the better of you. Something is following you. You can't help but shake the feeling you're being hunted. Oh, by the way, this might have characters that you recognize from other games of nomnomnamis. I just haven't played those. You knew this mountain was home to all manner of dangers, from predators to frostbite, but you weren't deterred. A nice hike in the snowy wilderness, that's all this was supposed to be. But now, your throat burns with each panting breath. Your backpack is heavy, but ditching is out of the question. Whatever's chasing you, you're not sure you'll be able to escape it alive. Just as your mind gives into despair, so do your legs. You stumble on an unseen branch and fall face first into the snow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. As you scramble to ditch your backpack after all, slow footsteps approach from behind. The straps won't seem to cooperate with your bulky coat sleeves. You flail and struggle until finally they release you. How bulky is this coat? But it's too late. You roll onto your back only to see a terrifying wolf man standing over you. What do we have here? Moonlight shines down on the two of you, revealing two piercing eyes and a grin full of sharp teeth. He asked you a question, Chat. Requires the human key, requires the witch key, requires the wolf key. I guess we'll just fucking save here, bro. There is a lore tab. Animal folk. They're like animals, but they have ears and or tails. They can transform into beasts at will, although most stay as human, okay? We're on Mount Sorbet, okay? Let's go back to the game. I'm a rabbit. Meow. One of your ears twitches reflexively, poking itself out from beneath your parka's fluffy hood. The wolf's grin widens. A little lost rabbit. Everyone warns you about wolves, about winding up alone with them. You're certain you're about to be killed and eaten. Oh, okay. Adrenaline spurs you into action, and you scramble away, dragging your backpack behind you by one of the straps. Instead of giving chase, the wolf laughs. Your desperation entertains him. Come on, I'm not gonna hurt ya. He shouts after you. You can barely hear it over the sound of your own pounding heartbeat. I love how it's nomnomnami's like really cute art style, but the page was pretty clear that this is gonna get really dark, okay? Your legs carry you deeper into the woods on a path that slopes slightly downward. I believe that in their words, they explain this as they made this game for themselves, just to see if they fucking could. So, here you go. The snow crunches loudly beneath your feet. Anywhere you go will leave a trail. He'll find you. How long can you keep running? You need to find somewhere to hide. Yeah, we're not trying to outrun a wolf. We're trying to out-hide him, bro. Climb a tree, search for a cave, and just keep running. Okay, save. You know, I'm gonna climb a tree. Let's go top to bottom. You scan your surroundings for the tallest tree you can find. Can wolves climb? They can't, right? I mean, a human wolf can, but sure. Even if he does, you can fend him off from your higher position. Your backpack is full of things you can throw. Oh, limitless. You change direction, dashing towards a thick smattering of tall pines. You can't hear him chasing you. You have time. Rabbits are more of the burrowing type, but with human hands you could do anything you set your mind to. You pick out a tree with thick and sturdy branches. You're short, but you can reach the lowest one if you jump. Your hands grip the first branch. It sways slightly under the sudden added weight. Next, you swing your legs and push off the tree trunk to walk yourself up to it. Once you've hooked your boot on, you adjust yourself until you're lying on the branch sideways. You're climbing. You can do this. The weight of your backpack makes maneuvering a little annoying, but all of your supplies are in there. If you're going to wait out the wolf, you'll need your sustenance. You make your way up to the branches until you can climb no further. You take a moment to catch your breath. Crunch. It's small and distant, but you hear a footstep. Hugging the wood tightly, you look down. The wolf is gazing up at you. It's too dark to read his expression, but you can't mistake his silhouette. Hey, you dropped something. He calls up to you in a raised voice. You stare down at him, unsure of whether to believe what he's saying. He digs in his pockets for something, and then holds it up for you to see. The small pink square is unmistakably yours. Please tell me that's not like my diary. Your notebook. Want it back? You muster the courage to shout back to him. You tell him to leave it there. No can do. It'll get damaged, sitting in the snow. You can hear the grin in his voice. He's trying to coax you down so he can't eat you. By the way, they said this was a Yowie. It's tagged Yowie. You ask him why he was chasing you. To give this back, of course. What did you think? This is too suspicious. You don't believe him, so you don't bother saying anything else. He sighs, then begins circling the tree, treading slowly. Wolves like me have a bad rep, I know, but really I'm just trying to do you a favor here. You won't listen. I could even escort you back home if you'd let me. You don't really want to spend the night in a tree, do ya? You wish he'd just leave you alone. Ah, you're a racist, chat. Alright, I'll wait for you to come to your senses. He practically mutters that last part. The wolf shoves your notebook back in his pocket, then takes a seat against the tree. Your silent stalemate lasts for hours. The more time goes by, the more you convince yourself he can't possibly be this set on returning your notebook. If you climb down, he will capture you, and your body will be devoured. Maybe that's what chat wants. You make yourself as comfortable as circumstances allow. You've never slept in a tree before, but you imagine it's possible. Should you sleep, though? Falling from this height would mean certain death, if not grave injury. And if you were to lose track of the wolf, you might climb down too quickly, only to be ambushed. Ain't worth the Yowie book? I don't even believe you're really chat right now. What the hell? You have no choice but to wait this out. You dig through your bag and pull out an energy bar. But unwrapping it is a challenge. You remove your gloves and set them aside. How? The wind is stronger up here than it was on the ground. It's chilling you to the bone. When your trembling hands finally cooperate enough to open the wrapper, the surprise of its sudden give causes you to fumble and drop it. Just like how you fumble all your bitches, chat. Your precious source of calories falls, hitting a branch or two along the way before landing in the snow with a pathetic thud. It's just within the wolf's reach. He leans over and takes it. Drops something again. He waves it while looking up at you. You'd hope he'd fallen asleep down there, but he's apparently been wide awake this entire time. Were you offering this to me? Oh, you shouldn't have. You glare down at him while putting your gloves back on. You're hungry, but you'd rather not risk dropping anything else. What's in this? Chocolate. That's right. Dark chocolates, nuts, and raspberry. You've heard dogs will get sick if they eat chocolate. Tell him to go ahead and eat it if he wants. The character design is very cool. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I think he's a little more cute than cool. That's what I will say. But if this looks cool to you, then more power to you, bro. But he's more of a cutie to me. I don't know. Just something about nomnomnami's like art style is just very cutesy core to me. Like, it just can't be like cool, you know? I don't know. Just personally speaking, I don't know. But power to you, man. The background is really cool, though. I will admit the backgrounds and stuff, and the and when they do the far away shots of him, that's pretty cool. This, I can't take him seriously right now. With that little shit-eating grin smirk, I can't take him seriously. What else you got up there? I haven't had anything to eat today. He wants you to engage with him, since he won't climb. He'll use his words to get you to come to him. You refuse to say anything else. You hear him sigh in annoyance, and then you hear the quiet crinkling of the snack's wrapper. He's eating it. Good, great. What a lucky turn of events, actually. Now all you have to do is wait for him to get sick from the chocolate, then you can make your escape. You hunker down in your position at the top of the tree. You can make it home if you just hang in there. Just a little longer. Bad End Theater. They also made Starry Flowers. I kind of forget their other games. Like, Syrup's, like, Ultimate Adventure or something like that. Lonely Treat, I think, is another game they made. I don't remember all their names. And more. Dawn breaks. Your eyelids are heavy from the sleepless nights spent on high alert. You look down toward the base of the tree. The wolf hasn't moved an inch. No, one of his arms is down. His palm is facing up and his head is tilted away. Is he asleep? Did the chocolate in your energy bar kill him? You're so tired of being stuck in this tree. You're not about to spend another day up here, so you resolve to begin your descent. The branch you're sitting on shakes as you struggle to get your backpack on. Its straps are stiff and coated in frost. The wolf still hasn't moved. It could be that he's just pretending to sleep. Once you get a little further down, you'll be able to know for sure. Try to climb as quietly as you can manage. This horrible night will finally come to an end. You'll hit the ground running and unimpeded by darkness this time. Daylight is here, and you'll even be able to make it home. You promise yourself you'll never try camping here again. I thought you were hiking. If you could just make it down, you can just... Your foot slips. And suddenly the tree's branches whir before your eyes. As the sun rises, you go plummeting to the ground. And your neck snaps on impact. Huh. Dead end. Fell from a tall tree while trying to escape the wolf. Good job, chat. You received the human and witch keys. Okay, that's very easy. Okay. New character check any. Let's just run it back. I don't want to do those new things just yet. Yeah, I don't want to Oh, that's really nice. I like that. The little check mark. I like that. I love it, by the way. They have an endings page, by the way. So let's try to get the other endings, okay? Let's try to get the other endings, okay? So search for a K. No, just keep running. Just keep running. No, hiding won't do any good. He can track you, remember? You need to outpace him. You need to get back to civilization. Wolves always stay far away from other people. It's because they can't kill openly from inside the crowd. You knew there were wolves lurking in the wilderness, but you came hiking out here anyway. What were you thinking, chat? Your stupid adrenaline rush junkie lifestyle is terrible. You curse yourself to distracting from the burning in your throat. Swallowing hard, you keep moving. Chat, what? I know they're gonna say, like, it's winter, so your throat hurts, but chat, really? What else have you been doing? Like, come on, I know it's you. I know it's you. What were you doing before this? The light of the full moon reflects off of the snow, giving you just enough vision to take each step with confidence. You run and run until you can no longer sense the wolf behind you. Exhausted, you slow to a jog. It's too dangerous to stop moving, but you can't keep up this pace forever. By the way, wolves will run longer than rabbits, I'm pretty sure. But rabbits are faster, I think? But you gotta hide. That's basically how you survive, right? It's a good thing you aren't in bad shape. If you can just make it back to that town, you'll be safe. You hear something rustling in the trees. Is it just the wind? Your ear stands straight up, completely alert. Your pace slows even further as you listen hard for signs of your pursuer. Where are you running off to? The wolf's voice suddenly cuts through the silence, startling you. You resume your sprint. He's practically a hair's breadth away. How'd he catch up to you so quickly? Come back. You dropped something. It's a lie. He's lying to you to get you to stop running. Nothing you leave behind can be worth your life. I feel like you're just gonna trip, chat. But you've been running for so long now. Your legs won't move as fast as you want them to. Trudging through the snow like this takes so much more energy than the sidewalks you're used to from your neighborhood jogs. Why couldn't you have just stayed in Daifuku? Is the cost of living out here really worth it when you end up in situations like this? I mean, you wanted to go for a hike in the woods, what? Your mind, desperate for escape, starts pointing at everyone and everything to blame. If only you hadn't been born a prey animal. If only you hadn't gone hiking. If only this wolf would leave you alone. Some like Zootopia levels of animal racism right now. Bro's just trying to hand you a... It's literally that meme where it's just like, hey, hey, hey! And then it's just like, you forgot this. Teehee? He's following you, but he hasn't caught up yet. That's when you realize. It isn't that he hasn't caught up yet. It's that he's matching your pace. He's toying with you. You're running for your life and it's only a game to him. You snap, screaming back at the wolf, demanding he go off and chase someone his own size. Like I said, I'm just trying to give back your lighter. He didn't say anything about that. Unless, did you really drop it at some point? Oh, okay, well, now I know you're a fucking liar. You look over your shoulder, doing your best to maintain momentum. In his hand is a small metal case. Its silver reflects in the moonlight. Really is your lighter. He wasn't lying about that. But you don't care about something like that. Lighters are replaceable. Your flesh and blood is not. You tell him he can keep it as long as he stops following you. Chat is speciest, yes. Don't know where you're going, so that could be tough. We might be headed in the same direction at all. Where the hell does he think you're going? There's only one town in the area. You need to return to it so you'll be protected against predators like him. You're staying in Frosting. You let it slip. He knows where to find you. What's that place like these days? Me and some of the rabbits there go way back. You pick up the pace again. You can't keep feeding him information like this. Continuing down your path, you seem to have ended up in rougher terrain. Instead of walking through open snowfields, you're weaving along cliff sides and large rock formations. And yet the wolf continues his relentless pursuit. That's the wrong way, you know. Frosting's south of here. He's trying to trick you. If you trust his directions, they'll lead you straight into his maw. What are you running for anyway? I'm trying to have a conversation. You have to keep running, because he definitely plans to eat you. If there was any question about it before, there isn't one now. Completely fed up, you shout back at him that you're running because you'd rather not be cooked into a stew. Come on now, I wouldn't cook you into a stew. Your ears fold back, his tone makes you shiver. Say, what would you want to be cooked into? Hypothetically speaking. You don't want to be cooked. In a burst of speed, you propel forward. You're not panicking, you're not panicking, you're not... When you realize what's in front of you, though, you slide to a desperate stop. You'd almost run yourself off a cliff. You struggle to regain your balance after the sudden change of momentum. The vertigo hits you next. You aren't good with heights. But the ground that looks so far below seems to be coming closer now. The wind feels like knives against your exposed skin, and you've all but 2 seconds to process the fact that your life is about to come to an end. As you fall, a sensation lingers on your back. The distinct impression of being pushed. Dead end. Pursued until you fell to your doom. Chat, you kinda suck at this game, bro. You kinda suck. Well, let's search for a cave. You've always been taught that in times of danger, you should go underground. You need to find a cave to tuck yourself away in. You veer off toward a rocky cliff face and pray you find a cavern somewhere along its base. The further you run, the more you begin to lose hope. That is, until... serendipitously, a cave appears. You hope you aren't cornering yourself by taking a chance on this. There's no telling how deep this cavern goes. Cautious but hurried, you make your way into the darkness, hoping you can conceal yourself for long enough that the wolf will end his pursuit. Hello. Hello. The wolf's voice echoes off the icy walls. He's already here. Was he that close behind you? You hadn't heard him at all, and yet he's calling out to you now. I mean, he's a wolf. He's gonna sniff you out, chat. Which at least means he doesn't know where you are, but his footsteps are approaching. You continue your descent. You're far enough in that you can't see any moonlight reflected off the cavern walls. I'm just gonna say this right now, chat. You're in a cave. Wolves live in caves. You needed to find a hole, chat. You needed to find a burrow, not a cave, okay? I wouldn't go too deep into here if I were you. He's coming. Hey, yo! Already? You hold your breath and feel around in the darkness for a smaller passage to slip yourself through. You should have ditched your pack back sooner. If you leave it here, he'll find it, but you can't keep going like this either. Finally, an opening. It's small, but you're sure you can fit through. You remove your backpack as quickly and quietly as possible. Well, so far, Chad has only died to their own stupidity. Just then, a bit of light catches your eye. You listening to me, rabbit? I said you dropped your water bottle. Fancy metal one. It is yours, isn't it? That's my lighter, too. You don't care, you need to get away. He's coming closer and you need to get away. You change forms. As a rabbit, your body is more flexible and with stronger legs. Wait, you weren't running as a rabbit? What? Chat. This is a bit of a Ron moment. Just a little farther. Then you'll be safely burrowed away, where no wolves can reach. You begin to squeeze your way through the freezing rocks. Okay, stop stripping on that pole as a bunny, you sicko. I have a cat next to me, but you need to get down. Get down. But you aren't moving fast enough. He's going to catch you. Go on. I'm trying to trick a cat to get down off my computer. Bro, you can't sit on that. I know it's warm, but that's gonna overheat my PC, bro. Come here. There you go. I'm telling ya. It's dangerous. His bony hand grasps your foot, and you kick in a panic. That's a big-ass foot, chat. You're free, but the feel of his claws linger on your foot. You continue to squirm your way forward, your heart gripped by fear. Gotta get the kitties a heated blanket? My cats are the kind of cats that if I buy them anything for the sole purpose of them lying on, they will instead choose to lie on top of my backpack that I left on the ground. On the side with all the zippers and all the pointy shit poking out. They will lie on that. That's my cats. That's what they do. I hate them. The wolf growls something behind you, but you can't make it out due to the cave's strange acoustics. You can't see anything. Your paws are cold. What are you standing on? Ice? Crack. It's ice. That's why the floor is so smooth here. You're standing on... No, you aren't standing on anything at all. The biting cold pierces your fur, and freezing water pours down your throat and into your lungs. You flail helplessly in the darkness, no longer able to discern up from down. Soon your movements slow until you can no longer feel your limbs at all. You drown in that cave, in a place where no wolves can reach you. I see why it led to the other choices very quickly. Dead end. Fell into an underground lake. Unlock the rabbit epilogue. You can view it from the ending screen. Okay, check the ending screen. I want to read the epilogue. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I want to read the epilogue. Sure, we got all the endings. Is that a good thing, or should I wait? No. We did all the endings. Dawn has broken, and your son has yet to return from his night out. Tundra. You stand watch at the edge of Glaze, as you usually do, waiting for his silhouette to emerge from the tree line. Finally, he does. Comes as a relief each time, but he always reliably returns home. He's carrying something on his back. Once he reaches you, he drops it unceremoniously and smiles. Made it home. You were out all night. What were you doing? Scavenging. Look, fresh rabbit. Were you seen? Lugging this back here? Nah, of course not. You should have left it for one of the others to find. But it's fresh, Mom. Oh, that's a mom? Oh, my bad. It was giving dad energy, but okay, Mom. Okay, Mommy. God. But it's fresh, Mom. Hasn't even had a chance to freeze yet. Besides, I waited all night for this one. I wanted to prepare a feast for breakfast. Just don't get careless. Scavenging always carries some risk. Yeah, sure. It ain't my first choice either. Good boy. Yee. You ruffle your son's hair. He can't help but wag his tail a little, just like when he was small. This will keep us well fed for a while. I'll help you skin it. You take over, beginning to drag the fresh meat by the scruff of its neck. Hey, I can at least carry it. You've had a long night. I'll handle the rest. Thanks, Mom. Breakfast in Glaze that morning was exquisite. Was it glazed? Rabbit epilogue end. So obviously he had some pretty good intentions for you, chat. Clearly. Okay, it seems like even though it said it changed the endings, it did not. So I guess this time we'll pick a human, okay? Your mouth opens to answer him, but no words come out. You're still catching your breath. You don't smell like a rabbit, but you sure did run like one. He's going to hurt you? He seems like an angsty teen. Adults. 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 Okay? Just want to make that clear. Adults. Everyone you see in this game is older than 18. Just want to make that very clear. Is he going to hurt you? Why was he chasing you? Why didn't you stay in your tent? Why did you think you could make it out here all alone? What's the matter? You scared of wolves? How could he ask you that? People have gone missing on this mountain. Rumor has it they were eaten by wolves. You don't want to end up as a wolf's dinner. Weakly, you beg him not to eat you. Relax, I'm not even hungry. If he's not hungry, then why was he chasing you? Indignant and exasperated, you demanded an answer. You dropped something earlier. What? He reaches in his pocket and presents a small flashlight. Your flashlight. Well, thank God it wasn't my flashlight. The same one you doubled back to find earlier, exactly when you noticed you were being followed. I'm Timber, and you are? So now we're no longer a rabbit, chat. You're just a human. Eyeing him cautiously, you tell him your name. If he's bothering to introduce himself, maybe you won't be eaten after all. Chat, nice to meet ya. What's a human like you doing this far into the mountains? You lost. Safe. To meet you. That seems like a very sudden question. Let's just go hiking. You're what? Excuse me, what's the problem? Riz him? You want to go straight to the Riz? Okay, we have died a few times. We have gone through like 3 deaths. Okay, I got you. To meet you. You flirt with him sarcastically. Maybe half joking. He's got a handsome face at least. Is it your first time meeting a wolf and all? His voice is low and sultry. Oh no, he's hot! Cute. You admit that yes, he is the first wolf you've met. Only domesticated dogs live around where you come from. In that case, I better leave a good impression. Wolves have a bad enough rep as it is. He looks away, contemplating something. Well, it's dark out. We'd better get you back to your campsite, chat. He's going to keep helping you? What's with that look? Huh, you think I'd just leave you out here by yourself? It's dangerous. Yes, very dangerous. Short time ago, you'd been running for your life. When you point this out to him, he laughs again. Sorry, didn't mean to scare ya. If you hadn't run off so fast, I'd have returned that thing sooner. You click your flashlight on and gather your belongings. You're embarrassed for having dropped your main light source. Why didn't you pack your damn lantern? Timber quietly escorts you back through the woods, looking over his shoulder every now and again to check that you haven't fallen too far behind. You imagine he must have pretty good night vision. Do you even really need your flashlight anymore, with him leading the way? The ground is sloped slightly upward, but otherwise flat and even. You've hiked worse, but by now your legs feel like jelly. You hadn't had a chance to eat anything yet, and exhaustion is setting in fast because of it. Your trudging footsteps slow. After a moment, Timber takes notice. You okay back there? Bro, the writing is not nearly as bad as your AI garbage. Bro, the writing is good so far. What are you talking about? He calls out to you, his breath visible in the cold night air. I don't get what you mean. I think the writing's on point right now. You could use a quick break. You wave to him, hunched under the weight of your backpack. Your face looks like an electrical socket. I was thinking the constant scream. You're just constantly afraid, you know, like the hands to the screaming portrait. I thought of that. But yeah, you do look like an electrical socket, chat. And man, I'd love to plug inside of you. Alright, we can rest for a bit. Timber steps lightly back to where you stand. You're surprised at how quiet his movements are. You heard what, bro? That you look like an electrical socket? I can't stay out too late. My pack gets nosy when I'm out on my own for too long. His pack? So he's with a group of other wolves. It makes sense, though. You hadn't really considered how a wolf like him could survive out there. Of curiosity... You ask him about the size of his pack. Asking a guy's pack size when you've only just met. You're laying it on a little thick there, chat. I'm gonna not lie, I was gonna make that. I smiled, and I was gonna make that joke, and then I said, nah, I'm gonna make a pack and meat joke. And then he just made it for me.
No.
Your face flushes. That wasn't what you meant at all. Anyway, weren't you exhausted? Take a load off. Oh, I'm gonna be dropping loads. He gestures to a nearby fallen log. The two of you take a seat, side by side, but a comfortable distance apart. You slip your gloves off and massage the back of your neck. You've definitely been overexerting yourself. Damn, chat, you a slut. I'm kidding. Timber sits quietly next to you, gazing up at the moon. You've never seen a wolf up close before. Photos and drawings, sure, but it's different meeting one in person. Could be the exhaustion, or your eyes playing tricks on you, but in this light you think he looks kinda soft and fluffy, rather than ferocious. Man, why does Chad always have that problem? You remember his sharp teeth, how terrified you felt when he first stood over you. Your mind I never had to say this word. Dovetails straight into the gutter. You kinda want him to dominate you. Okay, calm down, chat. I know that's what you were thinking this whole time, but calm down. Jesus Christ, man. He's gonna eat you first, and not eat out. A couple minutes pass in silence. You start to worry that you're totally boring him. It's gone from, I'm terrified of my life, to, oh no, is he gonna fuck me? Or not? Oh god, chat, you're so down bad. You guys need to get laid. And not by this guy. Okay. A couple minutes pass in silence. You start to worry that you're totally boring him. You feel inclined to make conversation. Freak on, chat. Okay, we got a second choice. What's he doing out here? His pack. Yeah, show me that meat, boy. If he's seeing anyone. If chat wants me to, lay it on thick. If he's seeing anyone. Since he mentioned his pack, maybe he's not even single. You impulsively pry, hoping to lay your lewd thoughts to rest. You're kidding, right? You hastily apologize, telling him to just forget you ever asked. How embarrassing. Chat, why you got no Riz, bros? Why you got no Riz? If you have Riz, he would have answered. What? You want to make out or something? Tricking me into thinking you're tired so you can make your move? That's not it at all. You insist you were joking, but he isn't convinced. Oh, I get it. You're curious about what it's like to kiss a wolf. He's closing the distance between you. You feel like your heart is beating even faster than when he was chasing you. Wait, is he gonna pull that thing from... He should do the thing that that character in Baldur's Gate 3 did, where like halfway through into kissing you, he turns into the animal form. That'd be based. That's it, isn't it, chat? It's alright, you can say it. Laughing nervously, all you can manage is a half-hearted... Maybe? Timber is close now. You can't shrink away any further without falling from where you're seated. Come here. Timber takes your face in his hands, gently turning you toward him. Then slowly and deliberately licks you from your chin all the way up your cheek. That's going on the thumbnail. Kinda salty. What did you think, Cat? Octo? What did you think, Octo? That's how dogs give kisses. What did you think the wolf was gonna do? Your brain's short-circuiting. What just happened? No! Have you never gotten kisses from a dog before? You guys are so goddamn horny. I bet you thought we were gonna be French in it. Does he look French to you, chat? No. I thought he would rip our throat out. Man, you the wrong kind of kinky. You the messed up kind of kinky. What the fuck were you thinking? What the hell? You might be pleasantly surprised later, though. He lets go of your face and leans back, roaring with laughter. You see now that you were being pranked. You should see the look on your face. You want to die. You wish he would have just eaten you and been done with it. This is too humiliating. Loudly you whine about how your face smells like wolf's breath now. Yeah, well, you asked for it. You definitely didn't. As his laughter subsides, you start to regain your composure. Flirting with wolves is like playing with fire, you think to yourself. Timber leans forward, then gets to his feet. He stands before you, looking down with a big grin on his face. You should be all rested up now. Let's get moving. You nod and promptly reach for your backpack. Hey, not so fast. He grabs the strap, your hands almost touching. This is what's wearing you out, right? I'll carry it for you. You agree, noting that it's fine as long as he doesn't run off with it. You think I'd do that to you, chat? I thought we were bonding. Timberly heaves your belongings onto his back, then continues forward without complaint. You follow behind. A cold wind blows, and you shiver from the sun and chill. You really ought to be snuggled up in your tent by now. Why did you bother going back for your stupid flashlight? Because of the snow, it's not so dark that you would have been useless without it. You could have been relaxing by the campfire this whole time, toasting delicious marshmallows. And now you realize you still haven't had anything to eat. You really should have busted out the trail mix while you were resting. Oh, I should have busted one out. All this because you thought a wolf was going to eat you. The same wolf who volunteered to carry your heavy backpack for you. You feel pathetic. Beyond pathetic. Maybe the cold is making you extra depressed. Aw, Chad, it's gonna be okay, okay? Timber calls back to you, interrupting your thoughts. It's a little off from the direction you came, but I know a place nearby you can take shelter. What do you think, chat? Want to keep going or stop somewhere closer? You're still a ways away from your campsite. Backlog? No, I want this. I want to save. Okay. Chat, I'll let you make this choice for me. Do you want to keep going or do you want to go somewhere close? What would you prefer, chat? First one who answers, I'll just pick it. Go somewhere close, okay? I know what you are. You're down bad as fuck. Yeah, I know what you are, Sammy. You're tired and starving and so relieved that you won't have to keep walking for much longer. Huh. Yeah, I thought so. Come on, it's this way. Timber leads you along a stream and toward a large rock face. The closer you get, the less you feel chilled by the wind. It's not exactly comfortable, but it'll protect you from the elements. Another small incline. The ground is more uneven here, but at least you aren't dealing with the extra weight of your bag. Won't be long until you can get some actual rest. Seriously, all you can think about is how much your feet hurt right now. Watch your step. Gets a bit slippery from the... His warning came a little late. Your foot slips on an unexpectedly icy rock, and your arms fly out instinctively to balance yourself. Timber reaches out and grabs your wrist, helping to steady you. You thank him. When has that ever worked, chat? When has anybody ever saved someone by only grabbing them by one hand? A wrist. No fucking It's like when someone says, hey, let me help you up, and then they give you one hand. Who has ever been actually... I'm always like, put that shit away. It's gonna be worse. It will do less than if I did it myself. Like, be so for real, okay? It's worked. I know it's happened to me. Nah, the only time I've ever done that is if I just caught a person. Like, I just have to catch them. Nobody can be caught by the wrist. The hell is that? I'm gonna fucking rip your arm out of its socket. I'm gonna have to bash you into the wall to pop it back into place. You gotta find a better place to take your hiking trips, man. You'll get yourself killed out here. He's right. How easy would it be to slip and end up bashing your head on a rock? Oh, for chat, they'll just walk around after, be okay. You tell him you'll think twice about coming back here on your own. Gonna bring a friend next time? You shake your head. You're honestly more of a solo camper. But despite the circumstances, Timber's been good company. You let him know you appreciate his help. Yeah. Alright, the cave's just up ahead. The cave. It's kind of cozy for a cave. Not too wet and drippy, and protected from the freezing rain. Oh good, there's only one thing that's wet and drippy. Chat. Once you're inside, Timber slides your backpack off his shoulders and sets it down gently against a large rock. This should do for the night. You know the way back to your campsite from here? You nod. You're carrying a map of the area. You're confident. So you're confident you can figure out. It's still somehow a cave? I mean, yeah. Because this is his fucking cave. He kind of said that when we were running away from him as a rabbit, too. He was like, are you sure you want to pick this cave? Like, come on, it's his cave. Clearly, it's his cave. Sniffer. Glad to hear it. Get home safe tomorrow, all right? Oh, were you referring to the wet thing? Excuse me? Are you not right now? Sorry. Okay, yeah. I got you. Okay, well, I think I already know what option chat's gonna want me to pick here. But, yeah, you can stay, bro. I kind of like homie. Can't really think of a good excuse, so you just tell him your honest feelings. You'll be lonely if he leaves now. I don't know. The other wolves are never gonna let me hear the end of it. There's something in his tone that tells you he wouldn't mind sticking around, though. Maybe you can bribe him. Food! That's right, you should eat now. Oh, yeah. Your eyes light up and you run it over to open your backpack. What are you so excited about? You pull out my Dude, I don't want the backlog. 2 packs of cup noodles, fruit sandwiches, a can of beans, a bag of jumbo marshmallows. I kind of want to see... Chat, can I pick the marshmallows just to see if he stuffs them in his mouth? Can he be a chubby bunny, bro? Okay, that's a lot of emotes. What the hell? Marshmallows? Yeah, we're gonna play chubby bunny. Digging through your bag, you present a bag of marshmallows, chocolate bars, and graham crackers. I mean, I like those things a lot, but that is not what the option said. Okay, that is not what it said. But alright, sure. There's no hot water for cup noodles? I can think of a way or two to heat up some water. With him. Digging through your bag, you present a bag of marshmallows, chocolate bars, and graham crackers. You're making s'mores tonight. I can think of a few ways to get the blood boiling. I just don't know how much we're going to eat after. At least cup noodles, because we're going to be eating something. You're offering sweets to a wolf. He isn't impressed, but this is the best you have to offer. You know, I was thinking more like he would like them, because technically marshmallows are made with bones. So I was thinking we were just going to have marshmallows and they would still be like somewhat nutritious for him. But yeah, no. He isn't impressed, but this is the best you have to offer him other than some trail mix and energy bars. You encourage him to try it. Alright, you convinced me. Can't turn down free food. You give a celebratory cheer. You're so happy you'll be able to repay his kindness. I'll get a fire going. Nice. The cave's atmosphere transforms into something warm and inviting. The campfire's crackling heat eases your soul. Fire makes everything more romantic. You have Timber all to yourself tonight. He rubs his hands together and licks his lips. Time to eat. You show off your expert marshmallow roasting technique. Mine's burning. You tell him it won't be any good if it's all charred up. You have to rotate it so it heats evenly. You're making me want to eat barbecue. You really don't got any meat, chat? Oh, we got meat. Much to Timber's disappointment, there isn't a single strip of jerky in your bag. Oh yeah, not that. Well, can't complain too much. It's kind of fun trying something new anyway. No! I've got the fucking psychopath in my chat that wants to eat burnt marshmallows. No! You gotta get it golden brown everywhere. Golden brown all the way, okay? Dark golden brown, though. Just right before it burns, okay? Because you get burnt, it's just kind of gross, the burnt part. Soon enough, your marshmallow was toasted to perfection. But when you break off a piece of chocolate, you finally realize... Wolves can't eat chocolate, can they? Are your s'mores gonna poison them? What is this? Oh. Scavenging. The practice of procuring corpses to eat in times of scarcity. Those who die on Mount Sorbet have their bodies preserved by its cold climate, making them safe to consume even when found days later. Oh, this is the lore. So he lied to his mom. He didn't... Oh, well, he didn't lie. I mean, technically, he didn't kill that rabbit. Okay, Frosting, a so-called peaceful town of rabbits. It was established about 2 decades ago, and its history is bathed in violence. Rabbits? Daifuku, a large city of rabbits. Expensive, overcrowded, cheaper rural area. Okay. Humans, people like you or me, who are neither animal folk nor witches. They're rare in this world and cannot use magic. Witches, humans who are born with the ability to do magic. They're a privileged class in this world. Oh. Magic's exclusive to witches. Animal folk are sensitive to its taste and smell. Chocolate. Animal folk, being part human, are completely fine if they eat chocolate. Please don't feed chocolate to a dog in real life. You know, they always say this, but I'm pretty sure it's just dark chocolate, because I knew a guy who fed his dog chocolate chip cookies, like, all the time, and I walked that dog, and it was fine. Like, it was fine. Maybe he just had an iron stomach, but I would still not do it, obviously. Like, I wouldn't recommend it, but I always find that one really funny. Like, it's always like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and then it's like, people do it all the time. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Out of like, you know, I'm pretty sure some things are just like worse. Like chocolate is always seen as like the worst thing, but I think it's like grapes and like onions, right? That are like really bad for animals. Yeah, you're kind of right, Clock. I mean, I know it's like more the cocoa, right? Because it's like milk chocolate is a lot better, like a lot, like not as bad. Okay, are your s'mores gonna poison him? Timber laughs as he assembles his s'more, following your instructions. It's just bad for their liver, which can hurt them in large amounts all at once. Yeah. It won't kill me. I can digest anything. Maybe, like, giving chocolate to a dog is like making them drink alcohol. Like, it's like getting drunk for them. Like, maybe it's like alcohol, but for humans, you know? Full chocolate bars can hurt them. Little amounts will just give them a stomachache. Man, I don't know, man. Those dogs love that shit. I don't think the dog gives a fuck over a stomachache, if I'm being honest. Like, I've seen dogs go crazy after they taste chocolate. I think it's just big chocolate lying. I think it's just big chocolate lying to you, chat. Big chocolate is lying to you. Big pharma, big vet pharma, lying to you. Do not listen to me on this one. I'm a cat boy. He says that, but you're a little worried. He takes a big bite to show you he's not kidding. The gooey marshmallow balloons out from between the graham crackers, and crumbs spill down his shirt. Nomnomnami. It's kinda messy. Not bad, though. You bite into yours, too. Messy, but delicious. Look, all I'm gonna say is, if you feed your dog chocolate chips or chocolate bars or whatever, and you're like, my dog is completely fine and loves chocolate, I'm gonna believe you on that, because I've seen it firsthand. At the same time, I've never fed my dogs chocolate because I don't feed my dogs human food, period. I just don't think it's a good idea, by the way, to ever feed a dog human food, because then you get beggars. You get the dog begging, and that's just not, that's like hell. Like, you just can't fix that. So I just don't give my dogs human food anytime. But if you do it, like, I don't really care, because, like, if you swear by it and you've had, like, 5 dogs... Like, I've known people who are like, I've had, like, 20 dogs, and they all love chocolate, and they all live to, like, 10. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty good, actually. Don't give them chocolate, please. But, like, literally, like, I know people. Like, my dad literally was just like, oh, yeah, we don't care. And I was like, well, I do. Once you finish eating, you do a little cleaning up before relaxing by the fire. Your sleeping bag is back at the campsite, but luckily, you keep an emergency blanket in your bag. You drape it over your legs. Okay, so they like always say emergency blanket. This is when I was in the Scouts, because I was in the Scouts as a kid. I hate the emergency blanket, chat. That shit ain't doing fuck all. You know, if you don't know what an emergency blanket is, it's like aluminum foil as a blanket. A little more comfy than that, but it's basically aluminum foil as a blanket. Is that how you're sleeping tonight? Like with everything he says, you feel like he's making fun of you. You ask him if he thinks you'll be warm enough. You've got the fire for warmth. You won't freeze to death. Probably. Probably. Okay, now you're starting to worry. What'll you do, chat? Need someone to keep you warm? The floodgates open and the lewd thoughts you've been staving off this entire time explode back into the front of your mind. You want him to hold you. You want to feel his heat on your bare skin. You want to become a tangle of limbs under his blanket. You want to be wrapped up in his fluffy coat and drown in his scent. No horny here. I think the game is saying otherwise. But you can't say any of that. What can you say? Please! Okay, I think I know what Sammy wants. Please! With your heart and mind racing, all you can manage is a weak, yes, please. He lies on his side with the flap of his oversized coat laid out for you. It's big enough for two. Here, make yourself cozy. You snuggle up next to him, a bit embarrassed to have your face so close to his. He invited you to do this, but is it really okay? Tentatively, you wrap an arm around his side. He pulls you in, welcoming the embrace. How's that? Nice and warm, huh? Your face is buried in the crook of his neck, making it a little hard to breathe, but it's not unpleasant at all. We're laying on a rock floor, aren't we? In a cave? Maybe it's just dirt. In fact, this is just as nice as being by the fire. You're worried you'll fall right to sleep if you don't make your move now. Realizing the opportunity staring you in the face, you decide it's time for a little payback. I bet chat would just fall asleep, honestly. Hey, yo, chat? You boldly lick his neck, all the way from collarbone to jaw. How wide is his shirt opening that you can lick his collarbone? His breath hitches and he seems to freeze in surprise. You probably had the same reaction when he licked your whole face earlier, but instead of laughing or getting mad, he looks genuinely flustered. Chat's freaky. Hey, that's my weak spot. Oh, so he likes this. His tail thumps on the blanket behind you. Encouraged, you move his hair aside and press your lips to his skin to kiss him for real. Hey, I said. He grabs you by the shoulders and forces you back. Chat, can you stop sexually harassing this guy? You're gonna turn me on too much. It's a warning, but you let him know you wouldn't mind the consequences. You want me to be your pet for the night? Fine. Don't say that. Don't say it like that. No, I don't like that. I really don't like that. That is not what I want to hear. That is not what I want to hear any partner ever say. Please. That is a big no-no. Okay? No, I'm good. I'm good. We don't do that with our pets, chat. We don't do that with our pets, okay? He kisses you. A completely normal kiss this time, thankfully. No, I'm not into that shit. I'm not into that shit, chat. That's a weird one. As long as you don't mind fucking in a cave, I'm down for whatever. Your flirting has somehow paid off. He'll be your pet? Seriously? You thought you wanted him to dominate you, but maybe it's the other way around. You know his weak spot after all. Your lips connect once more. You bring your hands up to either side of his neck, caressing lightly with your thumb. Pet play is not weird. I'm just not a fan, bro. I'm just not a fan. Personally, it's how he said it. It's how he said it, okay? It's how he said it. I don't mind, like, I don't really care if you, like, do the whole dog shtick, but don't call me your pet. I don't like the whole you're my pet, okay? There's a distinction there for me, okay? It's just a distinction. Don't call me your pet, you know? You can be lover, you can be partner, you can be anything. Don't be pet, okay? Don't be pet. Don't be pet, okay? Just don't say pet, okay? Like, you can do, like, dog play. Like, that's fine. But don't like cat play, whatever. But just don't be like, treat me like your pets. Ugh, I don't treat my pets that way. Your lips connect once more. You bring your hands up to either side of his neck, caressing lightly with your thumb. I'm gonna get like 15 messages of the furries in the chat going, "What's wrong with that?" No hate, okay? It's just not for me, okay? I shouldn't have said anything. It must feel really good to him, because he can't help but smile despite his grumbling. Makes you want to go at him relentlessly. Come on, man. Kisses on the neck are nice. They're nice, eh? You trail your kisses back down to his neck, his breathing getting more and more uneven as you go. Seriously, chat? His tail is going wild. He keeps protesting, but he's letting you do all of this. Bundled up in his coat together, you keep kissing him until you feel like you're gonna overheat. Finally, through with being teased so much, Timber guides your hand down to his torso, to the main event. Hey, yo. You keep it up with that tongue and I'm not gonna last. This doesn't have any wait, actually though. Rather than a fumble with his belt, you rub your hand against him over the top of... I might have to do some skipping. He realizes he's made it worse for himself. His tail is wagging like crazy. You ask if you can call him a good boy. You can call me whatever the hell you want. That's right, because this wolf is your pet for the night. Stop! You smile to yourself, absolutely elated. You want to touch him directly, but this tension is really hot. He's holding you tight, and you don't want him to let go. You keep at it until Timber moves away from you, his face completely flushed. Chat, no way. You made me come in my pants? You can't help but burst into laughter with how exasperated he sounds. Is this what being someone's dog is like? How humiliating. I really hope nobody's dog is like this, okay? You want to keep going, but you don't know if he has it in him after that. He rolls over, pulling his hood over his head to hide his embarrassment. If you wanted me to jack you off or something, you're out of luck. I'm going to sleep. My name's not Jack, though. You snuggle up to his back, teasing that it's still his job to keep you warm tonight. Fine, you can stay there. Just keep your hands to yourself. Felt too damn good. Bro, this is probably his first time, bro. He mumbles to himself, tail still thumping lightly against the cave floor. Satisfied, you make yourself cozy and close your eyes. It doesn't take long at all before you comfortably drift out of consciousness. Nice. Wholesome. When you wake, the sun has already begun to rise. Confused and a little chilly, you take in your surroundings. The fire's nearly gone out, your backpack has fallen over, fully unzipped, and your companion from the night before is nowhere to be seen. You groggily shuffle over to your backpack thinking you'll gather your things and head back to your campsite, but he robbed us, didn't he? Your food is missing. Yeah, he did mention they're scavenging, which, as the description said for scavenging, it meant that, like, they're out of food, like, they're starving. He stole it, didn't he? That wolf had you completely fooled. The worst part is, if he wanted more of your food, he could have just asked. You already had dinner together. You wallow in feelings of betrayal for a few minutes. Damn, bro literally got rubbed on and... Bro, chat, you literally... You literally dry humped bro. He finished and you didn't, and then he stole your food. Get fucked, chat. He honey trapped? You mean honey pot. You wallow in feelings of betrayal for a few minutes before checking your bag again, then zipping it closed. Chat freaked him out? Yeah, for sure. Worse things could have happened, you suppose. Nothing of value was lost. After everything you did for him, though. Like jerking him off. You didn't even get to do that much, you just dry humped him. Memories of last night came flooding back, and you feel your face starting to get hot. Well, at least you can always look back on that part of this experience fondly. Oh yeah, we're posting that everywhere, by the way. Giving one last look around the cave, you begin your trek back to the campsite to collect the rest of your belongings. Hi, by the way. It's time to head home. Ending 3, one night stand. Spend the whole night with Timber, but he still left before breakfast. I guess we can check out some different options here and hit the skip button, I guess. Wait, let's say no. Yeah. Let's say no thanks. You can't go through with it. This kind of thing is probably better to fantasize about than to act on. Besides, he's probably only teased you by licking your face again. You must avoid that at all costs. Alright. Offer's still open if you change your mind. You get cozy under your emergency blanket. Timber makes himself comfortable on the opposite side of the campfire. Your eyelids are so heavy, you're way more exhausted than you realize. Timber did the walk of shame home. Bro stole your food. Bro got what he wanted. He doesn't care about you. Bro, you're walking of shame home. You're the bitch. You're the bitch who didn't even get to finish and didn't get paid. Bro left happy. Bro left full. And bro came. Bro ate. Bro took your food. Bro won. I gotta respect Timber for that, bro. He's yelling timber. Your eyelids are so heavy, you're way more exhausted than you realized. The crackle of the fire lulls you to sleep in a matter of minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. You misread this situation very much. When you wake, the sun has already begun to rise. Confused and a little chilly, you take in your surroundings. The fire's nearly gone out. Your backpack has fallen over, fully unzipped, and your companion from the night before is nowhere to be seen. You groggily shuffle over to your backpack, thinking you'll gather your things and head back to your campsite, but your food is missing. He stole it, didn't he? That wolf had you completely fooled. The worst part is, if you want... Okay, yeah. Okay, zipping in clothes, worse things. Just when you thought you managed to make a new friend. Oh well, he helped you make it through this cold night. That at least counts for something. Giving one last look around the cave, you begin your trek back to the campsite to collect the rest of your belongings. It's time to head home. Well, that one wasn't as bad. One night stand, okay. So that was still... Oh. I guess we gotta go back a little bit, I guess. I guess human and witch have the same endings? That's kind of random. I'll load the game. Okay. I want to go before that. So let's go here. I have to say goodbye. Say goodbye. This is what I thought I picked. Okay. Say goodbye. You thank him again for all his help, and you apologize for your previous misjudgment, thinking he was going to eat you and all. I'd considered it, but you're not bad, chat. See you around. He waves, turning his back to you, then exits the cave. That was a joke, right? Well, he's gone now. You better build yourself a fire and get comfortable for the night. Probably got scared off by, these guns. Yeah, strong. Oh, wait, I'm chat. Never mind. Weak as shit. Short, weak, bald. Never mind. I don't know why he didn't just eat chat. Sunlight spills into the cave, giving you a gentle awakening. Are you upset because you're bald, chat? Just grow some hair. Oh, wait. You can't. Look at your bald ass head over here. Look at it. Look at it in the left. Look at it. Look at your character. Looking like an electrical socket that's bald. You didn't freeze to death. Thank goodness. You'll be able... Ow. Hit me all you like, chat. It won't make you not bald. You didn't freeze to death. Thank goodness. You'll be able to make it back to your tent after all. You chow down on some trail mix for a quick breakfast and toss a bit of snow on your campfire before finally exiting the cave. When you make it back to your campsite, you find a bunch of your supplies missing. Yeah, I figured. But who could have stolen them? There isn't anyone else who knows you're out here except... It must have been some stranger. A bear or something. That's what you choose to believe. Bears are pretty miscreant. Bears are pretty, what's the word? They have a lot of ingenuity. They can find their way inside of tents and stuff without ripping them up. It's pretty funny what bears can do, honestly. You pack up your things and begin the long journey home. They're miscreants. You'll choose somewhere else for your next hiking trip. Ending one. Sayonara, sucker. Said goodbye to Timber, and some of your things went missing by morning. Okay. Cool. Let's, so that was this one. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to this one. So we stopped somewhere closer. Let's keep going this time. You feel like he's testing you. Makes you want to prove to him that you're strong and can endure anything. Okay, tough guy. You sure you can hold out? You'd already set up your tent before wandering off like an idiot. You honestly prefer to sleep in there than anywhere else. Timber continues on, and you follow along with newfound resolve. Come to think of it, how does he know the way to your tent? Did you really leave such a clear trail? Maybe it's your stinky pheromones. Or, well, you hope you don't stink. Nah, chat, you stink. I forgot to mention that. Bald and stinky, chat. Damn. When you finally reach the campsite, you're surprised at how far you strayed from it. Your tent still stands undisturbed, ready to protect you from the elements while you sleep soundly inside it tonight. But first, Timber slips your backpack off and sets it down in the snow beside your tent. He massages the back of his neck the same as you did earlier. How'd you run while lugging this thing around? My friggin' back hurts. It's your survival gear. You would have been in trouble if you lost your way without it. Still, it was really nice of him to help you carry it. You apologize for burdening him, and thank you for escorting you back here. Yeah, no problem. You look somewhere off in the distance, considering something. Well, chat, looks like you're set for the night. I'll get out of your hair. Right. You guess this is where you naturally be parting ways. Oh, is it just the same? It is just the same. Is it? Ask him to stay? Fruit sandwiches, because you're gay. Oh, the whipped cream sandwiches. Those always look so good when they're from Japan, chat. And then you remember, it's literally just white bread and some fruit and some whipped cream. So it's not actually that crazy good, but, I mean, it's alright. It's just literally white bread, so, yeah. You're so glad you woke up early to make fruit sandwiches before setting off on this trip. Hopefully, we saran wrap them really nice. Ah, what are those? It's still yummy? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's yummy. Yeah, it's yummy. It's just white bread. I don't know. They always look so fucking good, and then you just remember, it's literally just white bread, whipped cream, and some fruit. Those are like, I don't know. It's still good? Yeah, it's still good. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just white bread, whipped cream, and some fruit. Simple but good? I mean, yeah. I mean, I like strawberries. Yeah, I like strawberries. Whipped cream's alright. White bread is just kind of white bread. A perfect balance of white bread, whipped cream, and fresh fruits. Strawberry, orange, and kiwi. Honestly, kiwi's my fave there. You know it isn't exactly a great dinner, but it's one of your favorite foods. You offer one to Timber. You're offering sweets to a wolf. He isn't impressed, but this is the best you have to offer him, other than some trail mix and energy bars. You encourage him to try it. Alright. I'm gonna skip this, because I feel like, yeah, it's nothing new. Okay. Skip. Timber takes a huge bite of his sandwich, not from the corner, but from the center. The cream bursts out the edges a little, and you can't help but smile watching him. Yeah, this is way too much sugar. You take a bite of yours, too. The strawberry is especially sweet. You said this is your favorite food? We gotta expand your palate, chat. Maybe I'm more like Timber than I thought, because I'm agreeing on this. I kind of agree on this point. If this is your favorite food, we need you to try at least angel cake with fruit, okay? We're gonna step that shit up real fucking fast, okay? Can you not do this to me right now? I've got a cat. You gonna meow for them? I've got Soba in my arms, yeah. My little black cat. He won't stop hopping on my PC. So I gotta pet him. I gotta pet him and hug him like a baby until he wants to go away. So YouTube, I'm sorry. You're just gonna sit here. Don't yell meows at my cat, you freak. You're such a weirdo. There, I think I got him to stop. Ah. Place his book over my PC so that he can't press the power button. Just saying hi to Soba? No, you're being weird. I know what you said in cat. I know what you said. You hit on my cat, you fucking freak. Ron. Really? You only made them because they were comforting food to you. These sandwiches were going to be your morale booster for this difficult solo camping trip. You needed them. Morale booster. This is your morale booster. I feel bad for this person. Man, no, it's nothing wrong, man. I've literally heard people say I love white bread, like white sliced bread more than anything. So, you know, everyone's different. Everyone's different, man. I get that, but with how much you're exerting yourself, you gotta have protein. I mean, you're not wrong either. He takes another bite despite his complaints. He must have been hungry. Fruit sandos are so good. They're all right. I've had one. If you want a really quick way to make it better, chat, you could just have like angel cake. You could just do it with angel cake. At least that tastes a little better because it's not white fucking bread. Cream cheese cucumber ones are yummy. Strawberry shortcake, also pretty good. Also pretty good, because it's also not just fucking white bread. Maybe next time you'll make something more appropriate for a camping trip. A warmer meal might be nice. Yeah, you definitely brought the worst things possible. That shit wouldn't give you any energy, by the way. They'd give you a short burst, and that's it. You do need sugar, and that's why they always recommend throwing some chocolate and, like, M&Ms and shit in your trail mix, including, like, raisins and stuff. But, yeah, there's a reason why it's nuts and, like, jerky, because you need protein, and you need, like, heavy calories, basically. Once you finish eating, you do a little cleaning up before relaxing by the fire. You really want to crawl into your tent about now, but it's a little sad to leave Timber out here in the cold. What will you do? Here, let's... No, this. Okay. Invite him inside. You ask if he'd like to sleep inside the tent with you tonight. Is there even room? It might be a little cramped, but it was definitely described as a 2-person tent in the box. You'll both definitely fit. Yo, good night, Mikey. See you later. We out-freaked Mikey. He's freaked out. I didn't know that's why the choco and raisins are in there. Well, also, it also makes your trail mix taste good, so it doesn't taste like just peanut mix. But yeah, you do need sugar. Your brain needs sugar, like, really bad. Like, really bad. You need sugar, like, 100%. You just don't need as much of it as the heavy calories and protein and stuff that, like, jerky and the nuts are gonna give you. I'm used to crowded sleeping arrangements anyway. If you don't mind, I don't either. You could be like the Inuits in Canada. They, I forget what it's fucking called, but they have basically a bag. They keep their version of trail mix is basically whale fat. I forget what it's called. Fuck, it's like an Inuit word. Inuk? No, not an Inukshuk. That's the... Sweat? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't remember the word. But anyways, it's basically just whale fat. And they just chew on that shit. And they just eat that. It's like really chewy and gummy. But that's what they eat. Because it has a lot of calories in it. Because it's literally just whale fat. I'm used to crowded sleeping arrangements anyway. If you don't mind, I don't either. But I hear it's really good. You open the zipper and climb into your tent. Sounds like whipped cream. QPC, I think it's time to put your whipped cream in the garbage. I think it may have expired. It's modestly sized, with one large sleeping bag laid out to cover most of the floor. You spread an extra blanket out for Timber to sleep on. With everything set up, you pull the flap aside to let him enter. When he does... Oh, it's cute in here. This'll be cozy. You untie your boots and crawl into your sleeping bag. The material's cool and slick on the outside, but nice and plush on the inside. I love how much of side combos we'd had with this game. Muktuk! There we go! Muktuk, thank you. Did you Google that? That's what it was. I was thinking Anuk earlier, and Anukshuk, which is like the rock statues. They're like the things that they lead the way. I knew it was like an Anuk. I knew it was like that kind of word. Muktuk. Yeah, that's definitely the word, right? Heard of it before, but forgot the name. Yeah. I knew right as soon as you typed it. Yeah. It's really great, apparently. It's like one of the things that, if you're lucky, they'll offer it to you. May not be as luxurious as a real bed, but there's a certain appeal to sleeping bags that can never get old to you. You apologize to Timber for not bringing a second one of these. Don't worry about me. I can sleep anywhere. You believe him, the way he's already made himself comfortable. This tent really is small when it's not just you in here. It's only now that you realize how close your faces are. You feel like you should, ask for a real kiss. It's the first thing that came to mind, so you just come out and say it. You weren't satisfied with his wolf kiss from before, so you wonder if you can teach him how humans kiss instead. Yeah, you got some special technique or something? You're not an expert, but at least you don't go around licking people's faces. Chat, stop. You're gonna suck his nose. Stop. Ha, you hated it that much? Mainly the fact that he was only teasing you before. If there's no chance he's gonna make out with you, he should just say that so you can forget it and go to sleep. Teach me then. Wait, what? I'll do it in a way that makes you feel good, to make up for before. Seriously? Timber leans in closer. He's serious. You try to prepare your heart, but it's no good. With his confidence, you're certain he's only playing dumb when it comes to that stuff. But your only option now is to close the gap between you. You're going for it. Your lips connect. You can feel the heat from his face. How is he this warm? It's certainly nicer in here than outside, but it's still so cold that you can still see your breath. Well, right now you can't see much of anything. Your eyes are mostly closed as you try to slip in some tongue. Chat? You dirty dog! Your pulse feels frantic, and your mind keeps jumping around to all the different and surprising little sensations. His teeth aren't as sharp as you expected. When did he put his hands around the small of your back? The way he's pulling you in closer feels so... He breaks away and gives you a big grin. You're really getting into this. He doesn't need you to teach him anything. He knew how to do it right all along. It's almost more frustrating that you couldn't have done this sooner. But you did like getting to eat dinner together. God, chat, you're so goddamn bad you forgot foreplay. You're just walking in the streets and you're just like, hey bro, do you want to make out like hardcore right now? No! It's not how you do things, chat. Take him out to dinner first. You satisfied, chat? Or is there something else you want to show me? Okay. Keep going. Throb. You want him. Fuck, you want him. Dizzy with lust, your lips crash back into his. Rather than something to show him, this something you want to see. No! No! Your tongue could be put to better use if he'd whip it out for you. Whip out what? You don't mince words, chat. Alright, who am I to deny that enthusiasm? He runs a hand through your hair as he says it. Chat, you're gross. What is fork play? Why would I play with my food? Apparently, you're not. You're not. But you are. This is definitely them. You hope. Hey! 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 Stop! Hey, Hey, chat. Timber rolls onto his back and starts to undo his belt for you. Hell yeah, it's happening! Jittery with enthusiasm, you slide your hands under his shirt at the hips and pull it up out of the way. I'm sorry, I can't give you what you're looking for, chat. It's too obvious, bro. I'm not giving you any. No. Sorry. No horny here. Tap the sign, chat. Cat, tap the no horny here sign. You trail kisses down his fuzzy stomach just as he unzips. When you put your hands on him, Timber laughs. You're so eager. Just can't go on living without slurping down some wolf. Is that it? I actually really like... Your mouth opens, and a breathy murmur of affirmation barely escapes. He's still gonna steal your food, yeah, for sure. You want him to tease you more. You want him to call you the slut that you are while your mouth is hard at work for him. Oh. So is this game free? Bro, let me finish it first, bro. Who invites a stranger? Also, nothing has changed, but it's still the same image. It's still the same image if you're curious. It's still just this. Who invites a stranger into their tent to suck their... It's not like you planned doing this when you went camping, but you're certainly thrilled to be here. Timber runs his fingers through your hair as you bob. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I swear guys never know what to do with their hands, man. Chat. You fucking horn dog. He's close. Now comes the fun part. Spit. Thanks for the meal. You'll be spitting it out now. What? You're wasting it? Caught off guard by that remark, you start stammering in your defense. Yeah, chat, you're a spitter? Ugh. Would he have swallowed in your position? You won't stand for this criticism right after you made him. Hey, I'm not the one eating dick, but you're never gonna see me waste a good meal. You're a quitter, chat. Okay. I think we're okay to go back to the game. Nothing happened. Nothing showed on the screen, by the way. He points an accusatory finger at you, and the two of you burst into laughter. Collapsing back under your sleeping bag, you lie next to Timber and try to catch your breath. Seriously, Chad, you're the most cock-hungry person I've ever done this with. I'm really glad we named this guy after Chat, because it's really true. You cover your face with your hands in embarrassment. Maybe you should have held back a little more. But then he takes you by the wrists and pulls your arms aside, leaning over you. I want to see what else you'll do for me. The floodgates open. It's over. Your lust can't possibly be tamed now. You spend the next hour or so... As the night wears on, you're both so tired that he finally allows you to go to sleep. Gooning 24/7. Yes, Sammy, you're not wrong. You hope you won't be sore tomorrow. Those are some weak hours, bro. When you wake, the sun has already begun to rise. You crawl out of your tent and take a moment to admire the scenery, except the fire has nearly gone out, your backpack has fallen over, fully unzipped, and your companion from the night before is nowhere to be seen. You shuffle over to your backpack, clinging to the warmth of your blanket still draped over your shoulders. Your food is missing. He stole it, didn't he? That wolf had you completely fooled! Okay, I'm gonna skip. Without your food, you'll have to set off on your return trip early. With a sigh, you begin packing up your tent. It's time to head home. Ah, what? He still... that still just counts as one ending? Okay, I think we gotta go back further, chat. I think we gotta go back further. Okay. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Is it this one? What is this one? Turn away? Maybe he's dead? You roll over thinking you might be less awkward to sleep facing away from the stranger who just invited you into your tent. Night, chat. What if you have to be witch? Maybe. But I want to see if it's this still. I think I have to go really far back. You hope you'll be comfortable during the night. More comfortable than I would have been sleeping outside, at least. Close your eyes to finally get some rest. Okay. Skip. Okay, it's still the same. Okay. I think I gotta go back, like, really far here. Just hiking. You explain that you're really into solo camping and picked Mount Sorbet as a sort of self-challenge. What? Don't tell me you came out here to die or something. That wasn't your intention, but considering the situation you wound up in, you see how reckless this plan was. You'd be surprised how many bodies I've stumbled on out here. Can't imagine it's anything other than a death wish. You sense something threatening in his voice, but you convince yourself it's just your imagination. You're still coming down from that panic chase after all. Well, it's dark out. We better get you back to your campsite. Okay, let's skip. Okay, skip. But here he is doing you a huge favor. He's even being patient and resting with you. You think he might be kind of nice. His pack. Oh, wait, that other option left. Okay, I'm gonna save. Save. Page 2. Save. What are you doing out here, bud? You ask him the first thing on your mind. What was he doing out in the wilderness at night? Scavenging. He says it flatly. You wait for him to elaborate, but he doesn't. Never given any thought to what it must be like living in the mountains. Camping, sure, but building a life out here. During your trips, you've always brought meals from home rather than relying on foraging. It can be dangerous to eat things you can't identify with absolute certainty. Could wolves really be satisfied just living off the land? Wow. You wonder what his diet is like. I wonder. So chat's a nincompoop. You ask him if he's a meat eater. No, you're a meat eater, chat. Why? Still scared the big bad wolf's gonna eat ya? He side-eyes you, his wide grin once again drawing your attention to his sharp teeth. I've never tasted human before. I wonder what kind of seasoning would be best. He isn't serious, and anyway, if he wanted to eat you, he would have done it already. Decide you're not afraid of him, and you let him know it. You could probably stand to be a little afraid. We're strangers, after all. In the mountain, no one's a stranger. They're only fellow hikers. You give him a friendly smile. Man, you are a nincompoop, chat. Emphasis on poop. Careful. You'll regret trusting me. Timber leans forward, then gets to his feet. He stands before you, looking down with a big grin on his face. You should be all rested up now. Let's get moving. Okay, skip. So you are suspicious of me. What happened to no one's a stranger? He smirks at you and laughs awkwardly. He's got you there. Can of beans. Big old can of beans! How many cans you got in there? Is that why your bag's so damn heavy? He smirks at you. You present him your treasured beans, insisting a warm meal is just what he needs. That does sound pretty tasty. Yeah, alright. You convinced me. How peaceful. Beans are ready. You serve them up in 2 plastic bowls, one for you and one for Timber. Luckily, you brought exactly 2 spoons. You give your guest the more normal-sized one. What's with that tiny thing? He laughs, pointing to your neon green dessert spoon. At home, you have a set of them in the rest of the colors of the rainbow. Take a bite to show him how perfectly serviceable it is as using as an eating utensil. Trade me. I can't sit here and watch you try to eat with that. You ask him if he's sure about trading spoons. Your germs are all over this one now. Who cares? Give it here. If he insists. Reverse hospitality? You didn't expect a wolf to out-nice you. If it's for warmth. Assuming his offer is genuine, you're willing to take him up on it. Here, make yourself cozy. Ayo, chat? Ayo? His body's kind of bony, but really is warm. He's like a heater. Bony. Ooh. How's that? Think you can sleep like this? You definitely can, but is this comfortable for Timber too? Oftentimes I'll sleep in a big pile with the rest of my pack. Scrounged, but nicer than sleeping alone. How considerate. You guess this kind of thing is normal for wolves then. You ask him why he's been doing so much to take care of you tonight. Must be my maternal instinct. Doesn't he mean paternal? When you point it out, he laughs. I don't remember my dad all that well, so I don't have a good frame of reference for what that looks like. You apologize. Nothing wrong with a guy being motherly anyway. Moms provide for their kids. That's respectable. Based. You agree. You can't help but wonder what happened to his dad, but you find it hard to ask. He's keeping you nice and warm, and you gotta share a nice meal together. Okay, exhaustion finally claims you. You fall asleep, cuddle up in Timber's fluffy coat. And he stole our food. His pack? You're curious about the other wolves in the mountain. He dodged the question last time, but now you're prepared to phrase it better. My home's called Glaze. That's all I'll say about it. Press him. What's there to be so evasive about? He folds his arms and tilts his head to the side, thinking. It's better if less people know where to find us. Safer that way. Safer for the wolves? They used to kill us, you know. The mood shifts. There's a weight to his words that makes you afraid to press any further. But now, we get by on our own. It's peaceful, so long as no one shows up to disturb us. You realize you must have been intruding on his pack's territory. You apologize for that. Nah, you're just passing through. Nothing to apologize for. Okay. Okay, chicken noodles. That does sound pretty tasty. Can't turn down free food. The metal ones, okay. Reading, I like finger foods best. He informed him sarcastically that eating cup noodles with his hands would not go well. Are you sure about that? I think it would go perfectly well. Yeah, smart ass. Kicks your boot playfully. You snicker while enjoying the rest of your noodles. Okay. Smiles wryly. You're hinting that I should get out of here. That's not it at all. You're the one who asked me to stick around. Changed your mind already? Okay. In fact, you'd like to learn a little more about wolves. He's not what you expected at all. Yeah, what did you expect? Someone more ferocious, bloodthirsty. You wouldn't say bloodthirsty. Why not? It's what they said about my dad. You ask what his dad looks like. Like me, but taller. In that case, it isn't too surprising that someone would be afraid of him. You were intimidated by Timber at first, too. You're sure you wouldn't think that if you met his dad now, though. You ask if there's any chance you could see him and find out. No can do. Why not? Because it'd be dangerous to bring him in an outsider? Remember how I told you they used to kill us? That's what happened. The crackle of the campfire seems to get louder and louder the longer his words hang in the air. You aren't sure how to respond. Should you offer condolences? What use are condolences from a stranger? From someone who mistook this wolf for a violent predator at first sight? You apologize for running from him, at least. Huh. Well, you never know. I might have eaten you if I thought you'd make a good meal. You laugh, saying there's no way you would have tasted any better than the dinner you shared tonight. Yeah. Timber sits up, then adjusts his coat before getting to his feet. Thanks for the food. He turns to leave. But wait, why? You ask where he's going. You got me in a good mood, and now I'm saying too much. I better get home. Home to Glaze? Yeah, my pack's waiting for me. Timber sighs, a bit overdramatic compared to his serious tone from a moment before. I was supposed to be out looking for food. Instead, I'm gonna be the only one who got to eat tonight. You're starting to feel the weight of how difficult it really is to survive out here. You thought you'd come out camping for fun. It feels almost insulting that you can go home whenever you want. You still have more than enough trail mix in your bag. It isn't much, but you offer your extra food to Timber as a parting gift. Sure, I was thinking of stealing it anyway. Well, he was! I'm kidding, I'm kidding! You should see the look on your face. He was not, in fact, kidding. This doesn't solve the problem, but it helps, so thanks. Timber pockets your meager offering and turns to leave again, his tail swaying to and fro behind him. But after a few steps, he pauses. Oh yeah. This was your first time out here, wasn't it, chat? How'd you like it? How do you feel about Mount Sorbet? Nah, Freudian slip. What Freudian slip? What was the slip? Mommy? Daddy? Where was the Freudian slip? It's lovely. Despite the harsh weather, the scenery is rather wonderful. You love it here. Glad to hear that. It's my home, so it's nice when others see how great it is too. See you around. He waves you off, then disappears into the night. Okay, so is this going to be a different ending? When you wake up the next morning, there isn't another soul in sight. The light of dawn spills over the horizon and reflects brightly against the glistening hills around you. It really is beautiful out here. See why Timber's pack would stay despite it being difficult to survive in this environment. Gather your things and prepare for the long journey home. Maybe you'll visit again during a warmer season. Ending 2, New Light. You learn more about wolves and gained a deeper appreciation for other ways of life. You received the Wolf Key. Okay. Unlocked the Witch Epilogue. You can view it from the ending screen. We didn't play as a witch, but I'm assuming the witch is just like slight variations, I guess. I mean, clearly, if you play as a witch or a human, it doesn't really matter, it seems, like either way. So read the epilogue. Sure. Plum. You've been waiting on this hill for a while now. Without your warming charm, you'd be shivering out here in the snow. It's lonely, but it'll be worth it, assuming you're in the right place. The wolves of Mount Sorbet are pretty elusive. When you asked the other traders at the guild, only a few of them had any useful information. During the winter months, this is the spot. If you wait here, someone will show. Plum is cute? Are you saying Timber isn't? I'd like to say all of nomnomnami's characters are cute, bro. Weird that you would specifically only call Plum cute. Rude AF. Anyways, if you wait here, someone will show. Wolves are an underserved population. People tend to be afraid of them, so they live in remote areas where it's more difficult to trade. I'm just bugging. You can think Plum is cuter than the rest. I think that's perfectly fine. You thought, as someone who's learned not to fear wolves, you ought to become one of the few merchants that bothers to come all the way out here. So here you are with a bag full of goods and hope in your heart. A hope that maybe you could find the guy who changed the course of your life and thank him for it. Oh! So, I guess you play as Plum if you pick the witch. Finally, you hear someone approach. You look up to see... Bark! Glaze wolf. We're glazing him. While in beast form, animal folk's speech is limited. Animals of the same type can understand each other as if it was a normal conversation, but everyone else is stuck reading their body language. Okay. A wolf really showed up. Hi, I came to trade with you if that's okay. You hold up your bag with a friendly smile. The wolf studies you for a moment, before turning tail and running off in the direction it came. Did you say something wrong, or are you supposed to follow after them? When the wolf looks back over their shoulder, it becomes clear to you. They're going to lead you to their pack. You clumsily tromp through the snow after them. Nice. They take you somewhere even higher up the mountain, to an open area tucked between the cliffs and trees. Small houses built from ice and snow are scattered around the area. You can see about 8 of them from where you're standing. So this is how the wolves live. It's a cute little village. Hey, heard you came to trade with us. A familiar face suddenly appears. Yes, Timber. Do you remember me? Should I? Don't recognize ya. Your meeting that night felt so impactful to you, but of course to him, you were just some random witch. Completely embarrassed, you try to change the subject immediately. No, that's okay. Let's just get down to business. About a wide variety of foodstuffs, fresh vegetables, meat. Nah, you knew my name. This is gonna bother me. When did we meet? About a year ago? But really, it's okay. I shouldn't have expected you to remember my face. It was dark and all. He isn't about to let it go, though. Are you the guy who let me use his shower? No, we eat s'mores together. Thinks hard for a moment, then snaps his fingers. Marshmallow guy. My name is Plum. Yeah, Plum. That's it. That was it. It's almost more embarrassing that your conversation became so drawn out because of this. You regret bringing it up at all. See, you're a traitor now. Don't remember you mentioning anything about that when we first met. You're still not convinced he remembers anything about you at all, other than the marshmallows. I, wanted to do more traveling, so I thought this would be a good way to get out into the world. Haha. A few wolves run by, barking in unison. Hey, we're conducting business over here. Heckle me about it later, why don't ya? One of the wolves stops to growl at Timber. I don't know, Crystal. Does it really matter right now? Bark, bark. That was cute. The bark named Crystal runs off after snapping at him. Sorry about that. You said you brought meat and stuff? Yeah, sorry, I can't help but ask, but what were they saying? Don't worry about it. They're just jealous you're getting all my attention. You laugh awkwardly. Maybe you should bring a translation charm next time. Timber motions for you to follow him into one of the houses. Let the first of your many dealings with wolves begin. Oh. Which epilogue end? Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. I guess that's all the endings for the witch/human. So I guess we're gonna go do the wolf endings. Okay, timeline. Oh, wow, we really went through it. We really went through all the options. Okay. Witch. I guess there's a couple of different options as the witch. Oh, I never offered him a blanket. Invite him inside. Offer him a blanket. That wasn't an option, was it? We couldn't offer him a blanket. Stop. Keep going. Stop here. I mean, they're not different endings. They all lead to the same thing. They all lead to the same thing, so. Studying magic. Oh my god. Yeah, the witch. I guess the witch endings really are like the same. Pretty much. So I guess we gotta go through the wolf endings, bro. Let's run it. Oh my god, bro. There's more. There's a lot here. Okay. New character. No. Load game. So I guess we'll just go back to one, and we'll just go back to this one, I guess. So, this time we'll pick a wolf, I guess. Woo! Let's go! I'm a wolf. With a tremble in your voice, you tell him you're a wolf. Same as him. Same as me. That's a stretch. Tail between your legs like that, you look more like some kind of domesticated dog. Truth be told, you're a husky. There's certainly a difference, but the people around you have never cared about that distinction, so why should you? There's a big fucking difference between a wolf and a husky. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just in size alone. As you sit up, he backs off. Your hood falls down behind you, revealing two big fluffy dog ears. Well, your ears look like mine anyway. Where are you from? Not around here, you answer vaguely. The wolfman huffs, then holds his hand out to you. The name's Timber. And you are? You're surprised he's suddenly introducing himself. Wasn't he just chasing you a minute ago? He catches your confusion and flashes you a big, sharp-toothed grin. Wolves ought to stick together. Let's be friends. Hesitating for a moment, you take his hand. You give him your name, too. Chat. Nice to meet ya. Timber helps you off the ground and leans you over to dust the snow off your knees. Oh, that's right. You drop this. He presents you a folded pocket knife. The piercing blue casing tells you it's yours. Oh, that's a good color. But how does he know that? It's what you initially went looking for before you noticed him tailing you. You take it, but you can't help asking how he knew it belonged to you. See anyone else around? You glance around the quiet, dark woods. You don't doubt that it really is just the two of you out here. Was he always wearing bandages around his neck, chat? Timber tilts his head a little, studying your face. Maybe he was. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe that's his scarf. Now that I see you up close, that thing matches your eyes, too. You ask if that's supposed to be a compliment. He laughs. I think so? Okay. Could be. You slip the knife into your pocket where it belongs and pick your backpack up off the ground. You got a place to take shelter for the night, chat. You're already set up. No, it definitely would have been visible. You're already setting up camp by the time you realized your pocket knife was missing, so yes, you have a place to stay. Campsite is a little far, though. You're worried about walking all the way back there in the dark. In that case, why don't you come with me to Glaze? My pack will take care of you. Not a good idea. His pack? There are more wolves out here. You're surprised by the invitation, but you guess you shouldn't be. You're a wolf too, so it's not like you have to worry about getting eaten. You're not. You're a dog. You're starting to feel silly for running for your life earlier. You seriously thought Timber was a bear. We licked his neck. Yeah, that's right. He bursts into a fit of laughter at that. I've never run into bears out here. A snow leopard, maybe. You laugh with him. Feels like you've made a friend. Timber turns on his heel and motions for you to follow. You're headed to Glaze. Oh, it wasn't even an option. You adjust the scarf around your neck as you trudge through the snow. It's gotten a lot colder since the sun went down. Yes, Timber, how he can stand to walk around with his coat unzipped like that. You know, I think this bro is just Canadian because, honestly, that's what I do all the time. What in this? It's practically spring already. Yeah, that's literally what I do. There's an awful lot of snow to call this springtime. You're not used to temperatures like this at all, despite how you look. Had to have grown up in it, I guess. You don't like the snow. Winter is actually your favorite season, aesthetically at least. You don't love being so cold that you're shivering. Bro, huskies love the cold, man. It's why I always feel bad when someone's like, I've got a husky and I live in Texas. And I'm like, bro, your dog hates his life. Bro, huskies will literally lay in the snow during winter. Like, they will be covered in snow. They don't even give a fuck, man. What brings you out here anyway, chat? Just the aesthetic. What brings you out here, chat? You're looking for love? You looking for love, chat? Okay, let's start page 4. Looking for love. Tell him, jokingly, that you came here looking for love. Chat was not jokingly. Not a lot of hot singles in the area. What, is your dating pool back home even worse? You ask him if he's a hot single. Guess that'd depend on whether you think I'm hot. You stutter something about everyone being comparatively hot when the weather's this cold. You hope he doesn't notice your cheeks have gotten flushed. He snickers, then thankfully changes the subject. Where's the Snickers bar, bro? Winter used to be colder here, or at least it felt like it. Maybe it's just that I haven't been out at night in a while. Temperature always plummets after sundown. If you known it'd be this freezing, you probably would have stayed home. Don't worry. Me and the other wolves will warm you right up. More wolves to flirt with. You're too shy to say it, but you feel pretty excited to meet them. Two of you continue walking for some time. Just when you're about to ask how much further it is, Timber points to a small path up ahead. Through there, then just up the hill. Now that you're almost there, your nerves are setting in a little. Is it really okay to trust Timber and his pack just because they're wolves like you? What if they're like bad wolves that hunt people? How can anyone even live in an extreme environment like this? What if everybody other than Timber is all tough and mean? Even better. It's too late to turn back now, though. You try to hush your anxieties. It's rude to make assumptions, after all. I like that they're, like, in square igloos. 10 out of 10. A wolf with long white hair stands patiently in the snow with folded arms. Timber waves to her. That's my mom. Guess she's on watch tonight. I call dibs sleeping with mom. Your mom. Timber's mom. You stiffen up a little. Oh yeah, we're rock hard. Will you be able to make a good impression? She's facing toward the two of you, but she doesn't move from her spot. You aren't being ignored, are you? You wonder if something's wrong, but then you realize she might be just staring you down to intimidate you. Once you get closer, you notice that one eye hidden beneath her bangs is scarred badly. This is exactly the kind of hardened mountain wolf you were afraid of. Oh, I love it. Tundra's scar. After learning of Tundra's plan of scavenging to support the pack, Treat's mother chose to leave Glaze. The two former best friends tore each other apart over this disagreement and haven't seen each other since. Oh, okay. I think Treat's the protagonist of another one of the games, but okay. Okay, cool. She's a baddie. Who's this? Her voice is surprisingly smooth and gentle. You start to introduce yourself, but Timber suddenly puts a hand on your head. He ruffles your hair right between the ears. Their name's Chat. Found him running around the woods in the dark. And whose fault is that? You squint at him, but don't say anything. You shouldn't be traveling through the mountains at night. You could get hurt. Okay, now this isn't fair. You'd already set up camp when... Wait, why isn't Timber the one getting in trouble here? He was running around the dark too. Different from me. Unlike you, I know where I'm going. Timber shoves both hands in his pockets and looks away. It's a fair point, but... Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tundra, the eldest member of Glaze. Why don't you stay the night, Chat? We can't offer much, but our arms are always open to fellow wolves. Tundra smiles warm. You nod to her shyly. Fellow wolf. You're happy to hear those words. Whether or not you can trust these wolves, staying for one night certainly can't hurt. Timber gave back your pocket knife after all. You'll be able to defend yourself if it comes down to that. The three of you start up the path to enter further into Glaze. Snow is beaten down here, making it much easier to walk. But rather than the boot prints you expect, there are instead the distinct impression of large paws. Timber's back. Timber! A pair of wolves come barreling towards you, each with their tongue hanging out the side of their mouth. They're the best. They're my favorite characters. I love Doggo. Wolfo. Notably, they're in their animal form. This explains the paw prints, you think? We've got a guest. Everyone be on your best behavior for chat. The wolves take turns jumping on Pngtuber and getting scritches behind their ears. You don't think they're listening to him. Who's chat? How long are you staying? Their voices come out as barks and whines, but you can understand them perfectly. Timber looks to you, nodding to introduce yourself. Tell them that you're on a camping trip and that you'll be heading off once the sun's back up and it's safe to travel again. That's so short, you won't have time to meet everyone. These wolves are so excitable. You wonder how old they are, judging by their size, maybe teenagers. Now, Ember, could you go and let everyone know chat is here? Okay. The wolf called Ember suddenly bolts off, flinging bits of snow behind them as they go. Who's hungry? I'll cook us up a snack. I want to eat chicken. You already had your dinner. We need to pace ourselves for the next few months. Now feels like a good time to mention the fact that you're carrying a decent amount of food in your backpack. Be happy to share some with them, especially considering they're giving you shelter for the night. See, there's enough to go around. We could treat ourselves for a night. Timber pats your back, signaling for you to follow him, but Tundra moves to block his path. Before that, a quick word. Huh? Sure, Mom. Timber steps away from you, shoving his hands back in his pockets. Listen, you make yourself at home, chat. I'll catch up in a bit. You watch as he goes, a little worried about suddenly being left alone. The one remaining wolf smiles up at you, the best a wolf can smile anyway. Want to meet everyone, chat? You appreciate the hospitality, you ask their name. I'm Juniper. Over there's Charcoal and Crystal and Pine and... Slow down. You can't figure out who Juniper is even pointing to. On top of that, Timber and Tundra seem to be the only wolves in human form. I wonder if everyone is more comfortable this way. Juniper huffs in an exaggerated show of frustration, then walks in a quick little circle before plopping down in front of you. Who do you want to meet first, chat? The gray one, the white one, the pink one? How do we meet the pink one, bro? I don't know. The pink one sounds interesting. Yeah, pink one. Can't help but notice one of these wolves is inexplicably pink. Pink wolf. The Pine's coat was accidentally turned pink by butterscotch during the events of Syrup and the Ultimate Sweet. Everyone's used to it now, but he became a bit of a laughingstock when he first came home looking like that. Chicken. Certain kinds of animal folk are cursed with the inability to take human form. They grow to be as large as humans, but are raised and slaughtered as livestock in factories run by witches. Oh, that's fucking dark. Oh, that's a little fucking dark. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. But imagine a human-sized chicken. And if there is a chicken person, does that mean they can talk to each other? Oh shit. Oh shit. Human-sized chicken that can't turn into a human but can talk to the chicken humans. Putting a saddle on it? Not before I eat it. Okay. You have to find out what's going on there. It can't be their natural fur color, can it? Pine, this is Chat. Chat, Pine. Juniper proudly handles the introductions. You raise a hand, waving shyly. Yeah, Ember told me already. Welcome to Glaze, chat. Wonder how to bring it up, his pink coat. Would it be rude to ask? Or is it more rude to stare? Oh no, you're totally staring. Pine got turned pink by which? To your massive relief, Juniper has smartly intuited the exact thing you were dying to ask. Thanks, Juniper. You'd think I'd wear off by now. It's been over a year. Why would a witch do something like that, though? Seems like an odd prank to pull. She's trying to chase him out of our territory. She meant to do some other spell, I think. Can't believe she had the nerve to keep coming back after that. Her and that green-haired alchemist. You ask if the witch turned the alchemist's hair that color, too. Huh. Could be. Lasts longer than hair dye would, anyway. I wish my fur was green. I'd stand out so much. Juniper already stands out quite a bit, you think? Where are you from, Chad? You've got a bit of magic smell to you. This is the second time you've been asked that question tonight. You're doing your best not to think about home while you're around here. Tell them it's a town with a lot of witches, but don't elaborate further. If you can get jerky there, that sounds like paradise. It isn't, but she's right that it has good food, now that you wish you brought more. Okay, the gray one. Point at the gray wolves, Juniper dashes ahead to meet them and you follow. Charcoal, meet Chat. The gray wolf glances at you, then back to Juniper. Where'd they come from? Timber brought them. And where's Timber? Juniper hops back and forth, wagging her tail like crazy. He's cooking chicken. For the outsider. Charcoal's ears fold back, and you find yourself suddenly being glared at. You stare and feel a little bit of a burden. Their food is so limited, Timber shouldn't have offered it to you. Come to think of it, where do they get their food? Packaged meat isn't something you can forage, obviously. We trade with witches. Everybody works hard to collect things the witches will give us meat for. But they only come a few times a year. When we run out of food, we're forced to scavenge. Now you definitely feel like a burden. Maybe you should pass on that fried chicken. Juniper cuts in, rolling over in the snow and looking up at you sweetly. Charcoal's a good scavenger. Timber always picks him for scavenging duty. That's because I'm strong. I can carry anything home. You thought they were talking about foraging, but now you're a little confused. What would be so heavy? Meat. Wait, that's right. You should offer them some of the food. You take your backpack off and set it on the ground to start digging through. Ooh, what you looking for, chat? You brought your favorite, beef jerky. Wow, jerky, it smells so good. You let the two wolves know you'd be happy to share it with them in exchange for Timber's cooking. Not a very fair trade. Timber's a great chef, you know. Charcoal turns his nose up at your offering, but Juniper continues sniffing it energetically. Can I have Charcoal share? Hey, I didn't say I wouldn't eat it. You open the package and hold it out to them. The jerky is devoured within seconds. Nom nom. That's not bad. Alright, chat, you're okay in my book. You won Charcoal's approval. Apparently these wolves can easily be bought. Let's talk to the white one. Point to a wolf with lighter fur than the others. Juniper happily leads you over to them. Crystal, Timber brought a friend. This is Chat. Friend, don't be naive. I feel like Crystal thumps her tail on the ground. It reminds you of an annoyed cat. He's never mentioned you before. Can you really call yourself a friend? It was Timber who said he wanted to be friends in the first place. You don't get why this wolf is being so prickly about it. Juniper whispers to you loudly. Crystal doesn't like when other wolves get close to Timber. Don't say it like that. I'm telling this to Chat for their own good. Crystal snaps at Juniper, who bounds away playfully. This is starting to read as jealousy to you, but you try to keep an open mind. It's probably best to make your intentions known. You tell her you're interested in Timber, that he's the one who chased after you from the start. Expect her to snap at you next, but she doesn't. Instead, she turns her head, pouting. Just don't go expecting anything long-term to come of it. Timber doesn't believe in pair bonding. In wolf culture, monogamous relationships are highly encouraged and celebrated. Their weddings are called a moon ceremony, in which they take a vow to the moon and become soulmates. Okay, this definitely sounds like jealousy. The appeal of flirting with strangers is that it is almost certainly won't lead to anything long-term. But you hold your tongue this time. She's already angry. Don't get too close to him. He'll break your heart, Chat. You thank her for the advice. You're still not sure where this night will lead, but the heartbreak is nothing new to you anyway. You might just risk it. Crystal walks off, tail swaying lightly side to side. Juniper returns to your side shortly after. She prods at your hand with her snout. What did Crystal say? You assure her that it was nothing. By this time, Timber seems to have finished his conversation with Tundra and has gotten started on cooking. Flirting with the other wolves wouldn't have been too awkward after all. You guess you'll stick to Timber, despite Crystal's warning. You let Juniper know you're going to head back over to him and see what you can do to help out. Okay, I guess you don't need me anymore, huh? You thank Juniper for being so welcoming to you. She gladly accepts a pat on the head. I'm good, haha, yay! Okay. She runs off happily. So much energy for this time of night. You really are flirting. Cooking equipment is set up in the center of the village. You take off your backpack and place it nearby. The heat from the fire is a welcome comfort. You warm yourself up a little until Timber comes back around. Already finished meeting everyone. You work fast, Chat. You admit that you don't quite have the energy to go around introducing yourself to every single wolf in Glaze tonight, but at least you met a few. Not a problem. Figured you might need something to eat first. That's right. Tundra mentioned that Juniper had already eaten. What about everyone else? Was Timber cooking just for you? And what was it that Tundra pulled him away to talk about earlier? You're curious, but you aren't sure this is the best time to talk. Timber is occupied with cooking. What should you do? Help him cook. Let him cook. Stare longingly. Help him cook. You're off to help him out. You can't let him do this all this work alone. Here, chop this into thin strips. No, I can't stare. I have to help. He hands you a cabbage and gestures to the cutting board. Oh, not a cabbage. What is up with people and cabbage, man? You ask what kind of dish he's making. Carriage. He says it with a smirk, but you have no idea what that is. You'll see. The meat's already marinating. Move your gloves and start chopping the cabbage as instructed. Cabbage is good, bro. It's like the most nothing vegetable ever. It's like not even, I wouldn't even call it a step up from lettuce. Keeping the sizes even turns out to be a struggle. Your fingers are trembling from the cold. You move slowly, careful not to accidentally cut yourself. You hope Timber won't mind you're not doing a great job at this. When you look back over to him, he's got a pan full of oil sitting on the cooktop, and he's holding a bag of marinated chicken. He drops the pieces of meat into what you assume is flour, flipping them with a pair of metal chopsticks. Once coated, he sets them in the oil one at a time. As they sizzle, you realize, is he making karage? What? No, it's carriage. Yeah, it's carriage. A little doubtful, you ask him where he got the recipe. Cookbook. Here, I'll show you. Take over, alright? He's making karage, because he's also chopping cabbage. He shoves the chopsticks into your hands and dashes off towards one of the ice houses. Slightly sweet. That is the first time I've ever heard someone call cabbage sweet. Ren, did you, like, scrape your taste buds or something as a child? You're not sure you'll even need to do anything. The meat is still cooking. Timber returns, thumbing through the pages of a mildly tattered book. I don't taste sweetness. See, here it is. Only thing that sucks is we don't have any mayo. Kewpie mayo. In full confidence, he holds up the page of the book that clearly says karage. Carriage. You let him know it's pronounced karage. Not carriage. Gay! What? He flips the book back over, holding it close to his face in the low light. That's how you say it? I've been calling it carriage this whole time. You hand the chopsticks back to him, snickering a little. Damn, that's embarrassing. How do you know about this? It's not something you eat often, but in some places it's served even in convenience stores. Timber runs a hand through his hair in absolute despair, although I thought it was lettuce they served it on, like they put lettuce underneath it, but I guess cabbage works. Timber runs a hand through his hair in absolute despair. Thanks, now I feel like an idiot. Hi, Mint. It's not 5 a.m. for me. I live in Canada. He says that, but he's laughing along with you. The food smells really good. You joke that he can still call it carriage if he wants. Maybe he put a unique spin on it. Lettuce leaf. Leaf lettuce. Specifically, leaf lettuce. Karage. 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 He's muttering to himself now, making sure he remembers the pronunciation all right. Hearing him do this makes you laugh even more at the absurdity of the situation. Stop. Do you want me to feed you or not? He's pointing the chopsticks at you, but he can't stop laughing either. Soon enough, the food is ready. Timber serves you up a plate offering a fresh pair of chopsticks. Are we just gonna have like a chopped up side of cabbage? Kimchi? We definitely did not make kimchi with that head of cabbage. Definitely did not do that fast. Take a bite of the chicken as soon as it's cool enough to eat. So tender and delicious, this is better than anything you've had from a restaurant. Well, not that you can afford anything other than fast food, but saying his cooking's better than that feels like a low bar. Chicken! Juniper and Ember comes... I love how wholesome this route is compared to the horny routes that you guys all wanted before. Once they realize the food is ready. Hey, you each get one piece. Let Chad eat their fill, alright? Okay. There's really nothing better than eating delicious fried chicken in the crisp night air. You and the other wolves chow down. Timber encourages Juniper and Ember to eat their greens, too. Hey, Chad, I know we didn't get a chance to talk, but I'm happy another wolf came to visit. We never get to see other wolves, so I thought it was cool. Hearing him call you a wolf makes your heart swell. You offer him some of your cabbage. Yuck, I don't want to eat more of that stuff than I have to. Yeah. Timber shoots him a look and Ember goes running off. That guy never eats his damn vegetables no matter what I tell him. You let Timber know he sounds like a parent right now. Look, I'll eat my vegetables, but very rarely will I eat vegetables just, like, by themselves, man. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of eating vegetables, like, just raw. Like, other than, like, carrots. I like to eat carrot sticks raw. That's not bad. And, like, by themselves, not really a big fan. Nah, I'm not cut out for that. I'm more like an older brother. Seriously, I go through all the trouble of making these balanced meals just for them to snub the veggies. Why even bother? Timber continues muttering complaints as he gathers up everyone's empty plates. I'm more of like, I like veggies if they're like diced up, chopped up into stuff, you know, like into soups, stews, curries, kind of stuff like that I like. Or like mixed in like a sandwich, you know, stuff like that. I prefer it. The wolves here really do feel like a family. It's so nice that they let you join them for the night. There is a couple of ways you can cook like veggies that I don't mind, but generally speaking, I don't really care much. Now that the fire's out, though, the temperature feels like it dropped considerably. You rub your hands together and breathe into them for warmth. I've never had ratatouille, but I feel like I would not enjoy ratatouille because it is quite literally like, what is it? Eggplant, tomato, and... Is it even potato? No, it's eggplant, tomato, and, what? Cucumber? Squash. Is it squash? What? Is it really squash in ratatouille? Oh, that sounds gross. Never mind. I don't think I would like it at all. I hate squash. 2 types of squash. Wow. Wow, really? Because they cut it so thin. You know? They cut it so thin, the slices. I didn't know that they could do that with that sort of thing. In a tomato sauce. I would eat it. I would try it, but I don't think I would like it. Zucchini? Yeah. Now that the fire's out, though, the temperature feels like it dropped considerably. You rub your hands together and breathe into them for warmth. Squash, when cooked correctly, is pretty good. No. And I've had it cooked correctly. It's pretty common in Canada to have squash because it's like a winter vegetable kind of thing, you know. No. Squash sucks. I'm a hard naysayer on squash. I've only ever had it bearable. Naysaying. This catches Timber's attention. He stops as he walks by, nudging his shoulder. You can sleep in my place, Chad. That all right with you? You nod, unsure of what other accommodations these wolves could possibly offer you. He's already been so kind. That's like saying you like, what are they called? The fucking little baby, Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. Absolutely disgusting. One of the worst vegetables you can eat. And anybody who says they like them, I immediately am like, okay, well, you don't have taste buds. Okay. Head inside if you want. I'll just be a sec. Timber gestures to the ice house behind you, the same one you saw him run in and out of earlier. Like, someone says they like Brussels sprouts, and then I'm immediately like, okay, so we do not have the same, we are complete opposites. I'm like, we need to stop talking to each other. Like, straight up. I don't even mind asparagus. I think you can cook asparagus to be okay. But not Brussels sprouts. I've never eaten the only time I've had a Brussels sprout that I was like, hey, this isn't half bad, was when it was deep fried, burnt, and covered in honey sriracha. That's the only time I was like, wow, that's not bad. Let's head inside. Now that your stomach's full, all you want to do is relax. You thank him for the meal and go inside. There isn't much inside Timber's house, just a couple of baskets of supplies and a large blanket laid out over the icy floor. Would have been kind of funny if he had some snow furniture, an ice block for a table at the very least. Your own home is a little sparse too, which helps you feel all the more comfortable here. You aren't sure what to do with yourself now that you're in here. It's not like you can just climb into a sleeping bag. You look around absent-mindedly. It's not long before Timber walks to the door to join you. Required meat. I don't mind veggies, but I don't like eating things that I don't really like. And I don't like putting a lot of effort into, like, vegetables that I don't like to make them taste okay. Does that make sense? Like, if I still don't enjoy it a lot, then I will not put the effort into making them bearable. Does that make sense? I will just eat the vegetables that I do like somewhat. I like high effort food, but stuff like Brussels sprouts, I don't think you can ever make them taste great. Squash, same thing. Like, you can make them bearable, like, and not horrible, but they're just not good. So unless I was starving, I just wouldn't eat them. Which, I'm not that much of a picky eater. Like, if someone offered it to me, if I went to someone's house, I'd eat it. I wouldn't complain at all. But, yeah, I just would not buy it and make it myself. It just seems like a waste to me, you know? Let me get your bed ready. Should have gone ahead and done that sooner. Let him know you don't mind. You barely even feel tired right now. Rolls out a sleeping bag for you, right next to his. You okay here, Chad? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's a comfortable distance. You nod to him, pleased. I like broccoli. Broccoli's great. There's a lot of ways you can make broccoli good. Kale is whatever. Kale is like whatever. It's just water. It's just lettuce. Any kind of lettuce is so whatever. It's like, it's for the texture only, really, that I like lettuce. Like, I use it for the texture. Timber strips off his coat and climbs into his sleeping bag. You do the same. Come to think of it, it feels strange getting into bed without changing into pajamas. See, someone in chat's just like, Brussels sprouts, olive, salt, soil, pepper. Man, that's great. And I'm like, man, you just like eating a bag of farts, huh? Come to think of it, it feels strange getting into bed without changing into pajamas. You ask Timber if he always sleeps in his clothes like this. And that's fine. You want to eat a bag of farts? Go right for it. Bitter farts for you, more for you. You know, that's fine. I just don't like it. Well, these are all I've got. Brussels fried, though, are real good. See, that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. Like, that's what I said. I had them, and they were decent. Is when you fried the Brussels sprouts, removed all the nutritional value from them, and then made them spicy with honey sriracha. And that was the only time I've ever been like, yeah, these are all right. And I was like, well, what's the fucking point, man? I was like, what the fuck is the point? If just get anything else but that. That sounds terrible. Fried? It's because it gets rid of the bitterness. It gets rid of the bitterness. I guess I'd normally take my pants off, but seeing as I have a guest... Oh, please go on. He trails off, then pauses a moment. What about you, chat? Gonna take that scarf off? Or are you planning on sleeping with it? Why is he asking something like that? It's cold in here. I'm saying it out of concern. You'll strangle yourself in your sleep. Says the guy with his neck all wrapped up like that. Armpit hair. Hey, I'm injured here. It's an injury. He just assumed it was part of his luck. You ask what happened. Nothing. It's mostly healed up, just. Forget it, alright? Sleep however you want. Timber turns away from you. You aren't sure what to say, so you give a small apology and do the same. So I'm assuming everything we've done is like kind of canon. Like each meeting with different characters is canon. Like he's met with witches, he's met with humans, and he's eaten rabbits for scavenging. Time to get some sleep. The sun is up, which means it's safe to travel now. You felt so welcome here. You almost don't want to leave. But you know the way back to your campsite, so all that's left is to say your goodbyes and be on your way. Pull out some snacks from your backpack before heaving it over your shoulder. Travel safely, chat. This food is better off in Tundra's hands. You really want to leave the wolves of Glaze with a little something as a parting gift. That's very kind of you. You're welcome to return here at any time as a fellow wolf. Yeah, you could be like an honorary pack member or something. Never had one of those before. Each character is at a different time. Yes, exactly. Yes, sorry if I didn't explain that well. Thank you, Nexius. An honorary member of Glaze. Moved by their words, you promise to come back and visit someday. We're always in the area this time of year, so as long as you don't forget the Bye, chat. You should bring more jerky the next time you come back to visit us. I want a souvenir too. It doesn't have to be food, but... Don't interrupt. I wasn't done saying goodbye. Juniper and Ember bark happily as they run away, giving you and Timber some space. Like I was saying, don't be a stranger, alright? You reassure him, you can never be a stranger to your fellow wolves. And now, with one last goodbye, you're on your way. It's gonna be a long walk back to your campsite. Ending 2, Honorary Wolf. Your visit to Glaze was a pleasant one. You'll return there someday. Okay, let's try... It was the head inside. Stay with Timber. You won't let him get rid of you that easily. Maybe you can offer to help him clean up. Thanks, but there's not much left to do. Wasn't exactly cooking a 5-course meal out here. You ask him why he went through all the trouble of cooking something to begin with. He would have been happy even with a can of beans for dinner. Nah, that's too sad. We had to have a little something a little special for the occasion. What occasion exactly? He seemed to be in a particularly good mood all night. Well, yeah. I was supposed to be scavenging, but I found you instead. Scratches at the bandages on his neck. You're not sure what he means. You feel kind of glad, though. That meeting you made this night a little better. No one's really said that kind of thing to you before. Timber wraps up his cleaning and pats you on the shoulder as he walks by. Come here. I'll take you someplace quieter. You follow behind him, past some trees, into a somewhat secluded hill. The starry night sky is much brighter out here than it is back home. When you look up, you're a little afraid it'll swallow you whole. Can't help but stare up at it, though. There's not much to block your view of the horizon this high up in the mountains. It's just you and Timber out here in the snow. Comment on how beautiful this place is. Yeah, you think so too. Wouldn't anyone? It's cold, but you have a scarf and a belly full of warm food. You feel perfectly content. Hey, chat. What's your impression of our pack? I'm curious. It's nice. Despite the cold, you kind of love it here. The food's good and the other wolves are nice. It's completely different from what you're used to. For that reason by itself, Glaze is a huge breath of fresh air. Yeah, I love it too. Can't imagine living anywhere else, even if there's some unsavory parts. But that's life, huh? Gotta make the best of what you got. Try opening up to him. You explain that you come from a town where witches and cats are in the majority. Cats are a favorite type of familiar for witches, and dogs like you tend to be feared by them. Witches never take your side when it comes to this stuff, because why would they? You're just some stray pet. Rip. Compared to back home, where you're constantly nervous about accidentally intimidating others, a place like Glaze is perfect. Perfect's a bit of a stretch. Maybe it used to be. Like when I was a kid, shit was normal back then. You ask what he means by that. Timber takes a big breath and exhales through his nose. He turns his gaze to the snow at his feet, kicking it lightly. Okay, chat. No. We're gonna stop that right in its tracks. Stop with that. Stop with the faces. I just feel like whenever people use those faces, like, randomly, I feel like you're like a pedo or something. It's bad vibes, bro. No. A couple of decades back, a group of rabbits set up a little township in our territory. You get what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, literally. Like, whenever I see people start doing those faces, I'm like, out of context, it's just like, what's going on over there? It's a big mountain, right? Can't hurt to share. You nod reflexively. Except, rabbits don't like to share. They just eat everything. Overpopulation, real. Clearing out trees to build their houses, plucking so much out of the ground it doesn't get a chance to grow back. They take whatever they want, and they'll keep taking until nothing's left. There ain't shit we can do about it either. There were negotiations, then violence. Now we just stay far the fuck away. His tone is grave. You're a little taken aback by the intensity. What I'm trying to say is, if all those cats do is avoid you, consider yourself lucky. Could always be worse. Unsure of how to respond, you look up at the stars. At least it's pretty out here. Timber smiles at you. Sure is. You head back into Glaze together. There isn't much inside Timber's house. Just to go. Okay, this is the same. I'm gonna get your bed ready. A little further away is okay. You ask if you can move it a little further away. You've been known to toss and turn in your sleep and would rather not disturb him. Alright, but don't blame me if you get cold. Timber strips off his coat and climbs. I mean, we already saw the rabbit discrimination against the wolves, you know, like, the rabbit just straight up thought he was gonna kill him no matter what, and I'm now starting to think that maybe the rabbit, maybe he wouldn't have killed you. Maybe he wouldn't have killed you, but he did like toying with you. I think he definitely liked toying with you, but maybe he wouldn't have killed the rabbit. Maybe he really wouldn't have. Timber strips off his coat and climbs into his sleeping bag. You do the same. Maybe you were more tired than you realized. You fall asleep almost as soon as you close your eyes. Huh. Nice. Ending 2, Honorary Wolf. Okay. Okay. Locked and locked. Okay. Timeline. Wolf. Okay. So I need to... Oh, that's what it is. Wait, no. It all leads to the... Oh, no, there's another ending right there. So we need to... You can move it closer. We didn't do that because we didn't stare longingly. Oh, there's another ending there too. Okay. Yeah. So we need to pick the romance route. Bandages hide. Oh, we need to pick the romance route. Okay, we need to pick the romance route and we need to ask about the tundra. Okay. Let's load it up. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's stare at him longingly. Let's do the spicy route. Yeah, there's a lot of endings. I think maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll finish up the wolf route, and then there's 3 other, like, characters, and I think maybe we'll play the rest another day. We'll do the other 3, like, routes. We'll do 2 parts, because I didn't think this game would be that long. You're content to sit there and watch Timber in action. You're not a great cook yourself, so you assume you just get in his way. But we will finish it. I'll at least finish the wolf route. Timber cheerily chops up some cabbage and gets a pan of oil ready on the cooktop. We have time. You have time. I don't have time. You don't want to bother him. I gotta wake up at like 9 a.m. tomorrow. So you continue to watch in silence as he gets the food ready. Before 9. I gotta get ready for 9. The lighting reminds you of being around a campfire. It sort of is one. It feels a little romantic. Only a few hours. Yeah, it's probably like 2 or 3. You can't see his face perfectly, but he's wearing the same grin as always. His tail wags lazily behind him. You'd guess he enjoys cooking. He'd offer to do it for you without hesitation. You rest your cheek in your hand, feeling the weight of exhaustion hit you after sitting idly for a moment. I really do love the art, but at the same time, not a complaint so much as just like, damn. I don't think there's ever going to be a full CG in this game. Like, I don't think we're going to get a full, like, CG. It'll always be these, like, half kind of... Not half-assed, just, like, literally cut in half CGs. Like, we don't get as much as we could, you know? Although, there's still a lot in them. Like, I think nomnomnami especially is really great at maximizing this, like, widescreen, like, CG. So, and they're still really, like, well done. Chat, you gotta, I don't know, you don't have to agree with me, but there's something about when you have the full screen CG that's just, like, beautiful. It's like a different vibe. You rest your cheek in your hand, feeling the weight of exhaustion hit you after sitting idly for a moment. Good food and some place warm to sleep. It's more than you could have asked for when you showed up here. Timber is so nice. You love getting to feel taken care of. Still love the art? Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's still really great. You let him take care of you in other ways, too. Sizzling oil in the pan brings you back to reality. You shake your head to wake yourself up a little more. Timber suddenly speaks up. You do eat meat, don't you? Guess I should have asked first. You'd like to eat his meat. Hey, yo! No, what are you thinking? You're getting way too distracted by the appeal of a man who cooks for you. You smile and let him know fried chicken is one of your favorite foods. Good to hear. Started to worry a little, what with you being so quiet. You admit that you were enjoying watching him cook. He looks like he's having fun. Yep, I live to serve. Who asked? You feel like your heart's gonna melt. You want him to cook your every meal for the rest of your life. This game was straight up down bad. The author, nomnomnami, was... They were like, I made this for myself. We're flicker gooning. The author was like, you can goon, but you know I am. I like that. That's based. Respect to the artist. The food is ready in what feels like no time. It smells amazing. Timber serves you up a plate, offering a fresh pair of chopsticks. Okay, skip. Okay, you were hoping things would develop in this direction. Head inside if you want. I'll just be a sec. Okay, I'm going to save here. I'm not sure if it matters, but I'm going to save here. I think we will head inside. Skip. Yeah, that's fine. Can't help but think you totally blew your chances somehow. That's too bad. No! Well, you weren't that serious about him anyway. You'll be leaving in the morning, so it's better to conserve your energy. Stay with Timber. His words are like, oh wait, I was supposed to be scavenging, but I found you instead. Does he realize how smooth he's being? Thankfully, he doesn't seem to notice your face turning bright red, so you try to calm yourself down. Okay. Quieter place for some alone time. You hope this means what you think it means. Okay. Save here. I think this is a turning point, because if I go to the timeline, we're right here. Stay with Timber. So we're here. We didn't have the... Oh, no, we did have the... We could have asked about the tundra, but we're here. Stay with Timber. So let's not say it's nice. Let's say you're the best part. Yeah, let's say you're the best part. Can't stop yourself from saying Timber is the best thing about Glaze. He snickers at you. Yeah, what makes you say that? When he cocks his eyebrow, your heart skips a beat. You kind of wish he'd just start kissing you right here. Instead, you stammer something about never meeting anyone like him before. Of course not. I'm one of a kind. You hope you could be one of a kind for him, too. Yo. You try opening up to him. You explain that you come from a town where witches and cats are in the majority. Okay, we read this. Your heart pounds like crazy as he takes you by the hand, leading you into his home. Okay. You can move it. Okay, wait. Save. Okay, go to the timeline. That's new. You can move it closer. Wait, but the other ending is actually, yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna say, yeah, that's fine, actually. Yeah, that's fine. I'm ending hunting, okay? It's a comfortable distance. You nod to him, pleased. Timber strips off his coat and climbs into his sleeping bag. You do the same. Come to think of it, it feels strange getting into bed without changing into pajamas. You ask Timber if he always sleeps in his clothes like this. The timeline is cool too. Yeah, they did something very similar with Bad End Theater. I'm not sure if they do it with their other games, but I like it a lot. And it's really well made, their games, honestly. You ask Timber if he always sleeps in the, okay. Unless you were hoping I'd take him off for you. You didn't say anything about that. You pull your scarf over your face, but you can't hide how flustered you are. You would say that while lying only a foot away from you. What about you, chat? Gonna take that scarf off, or are you planning on sleeping with it? Oh, right. You actually would prefer to keep it on. It's a little awkward to explain, but you have a scar from your childhood hiding underneath it that you don't want anyone to see. Yeah? Gives you a sympathetic look. Sorry, shouldn't have asked. It's not like you could have known. You aren't offended or anything. Actually, since you already told him a little about where you came from, maybe it's best to tell the whole story. When you were in grade school, you were the only dog in your class. It made you a target for bullies. One day during recess, one of the witches a grade ahead of you started calling you their familiar. You didn't really know them, so it seemed a little weird, but familiars have a comfortable life, so you thought maybe it'd be okay. Until they put a collar around your neck and started dragging you around the playground on a leash. Ended up digging into your skin hard enough to leave a scar. They got in trouble for it. Timber has a kind of serious look on his face, so you try to laugh it off at the end, saying it wasn't like you were traumatized or anything. Okay, Cat, you're kind of pushing it. He wasn't traumatized or anything. God. Chat these days. So quick to be like, that's traumatic. Chat, you stop babbling. That sucks. It's shitty they did that to you. Shake your head, saying you were pretty young when it happened. Bet that witch just thought they looked cool for having a wolf as a familiar. Still shitty, though. Yeah. Timber stares at the icy ceiling above. You feel like you totally brought down the mood. It's just like you said before, though. Being in Glaze. You don't have to be reminded of any of that. You're welcomed as a fellow wolf, even if you're just some dog that showed up out of nowhere. You're grateful to Timber for that. That's why you started to like him so much. Well, like I said, I was just glad I ran into you instead of someone else. Well, I mean, don't mind if I do. Ask for a kiss goodnight. With the mood slightly salvaged, you muster all your courage and ask if he'll give you a kiss goodnight. Oh, so you weren't kidding about liking me. Well, he said he was single. If he's available and you're available, then there's nothing wrong with asking for this, right? Sure, I'll give you a kiss. Where do you want it? On the lips, obviously. Can do. He leans in and does just as you requested. It's chaste. It's chaste. It only lasts for a second or two, but it makes you really happy. You're happy, but you want maybe something just a little more. Before you can pull away, you rush in for another kiss. Hey, yo! Chat. You can feel his grin against your lips, but you wish he'd just keep kissing you instead. His surprise is only temporary, though. Soon enough, he follows your lead. A small moan escapes as you slip in your tongue. Oh my god, Chad, you're greedy as fuck. Your tail's going wild under the blanket, too. You're a little impressed with yourself for being so forward. You're more used to being on the receiving end in situations like these. I really hope he pushes you away, Ron. This might be the first time you've wanted someone so badly. It's not enough. You want to be closer. Why are these sleeping bags in the way? You push the zipper down to free your arms a little more. But when your hand slides up to his neck, he grabs your wrists and pulls them away. Not there. You stop yourself. You've gone too far and done something he doesn't like. You didn't realize this whole time. You thought it was just an accessory. They're bandages. Of course you shouldn't touch them. Concerned, you ask if it hurts. Yeah, sorta. Yeah, Ron. This is what you did. He releases your hands and rubs the back of his neck. You apologize and ask if the wound is fresh. I don't want to talk about it. He moves away from you. Sorry. Kinda spoiled the moment. Yeah, Ron. You really messed up. Why did you even ask? You could have just left it alone. The shame is so unbearable, you start apologizing again. It's fine. You can just go to sleep. You can forget anything ever happened because you'll be gone in the morning anyway. That's probably for the best. Stop apologizing. I'm not mad at you. I just hate that I reacted that way. Now I can't even. Timber grumbles in frustration. You look up at him, a little lost in how to feel about this whole thing. Ugh, I'll just fucking show you. He gives you a serious look, then suddenly starts unwrapping his bandages. I think this is like his way of kind of overcoming his trauma. The scarring on his neck it's a lot worse than yours. You know how you said you were collared? Well, so was I. This isn't from any normal collar. They almost look like burns. I Got snatched up by some real sadists. It's mostly healed now, but the mental stuff, fuck, I don't know. You begin to cry. You little bitch. Hey, you alright? It's the same. You feel the exact same. The place where that collar dug into your skin, the pain there that went away a long time ago, but in your thoughts, your dreams. No offense. No offense, chat. No offense. Not in the least offensive way. This feels like when you're like the most white passing native person and you show up to the reserve and then the reserve guy's like, I've got actual trauma with white people, and then you're just like, me too. And you're like, yeah, one time I was bullied when I was a kid. And then the actual reserve guy is just like, they killed my grandma. Okay. Like, not, you know, real, we're not the same. That's awful, but yeah, true. This actually feels like that. Oh my god, that happens, by the way. This is actually very, and to their credit, a lot of native like reserve people are super like, they don't care. They're just like, yeah, fuck the white man. But yeah, that's just really funny. I just felt like it really applied here. Okay. Every time you see your body in the mirror, you remember it. The reminder that, oh yeah, that happened, huh? Yeah, it's still pretty fucking awful, obviously. No matter what you're doing, how far away you are from the people who hurt you, sometimes you only see yourself as a small, defenseless puppy being dragged around the playground. You should try working out, bro. You try to explain all this to him. The tears keep pouring out, and you aren't being very coherent. Timber puts a hand on your head and pulls you close. Sorry. His voice is quiet and firm. Definitely not great, by the way. Definitely, when he just explained, definitely not great to make this situation about you, by the way. I hadn't really talked to anyone about this before, so didn't realize it'd be something anyone else would understand. You apologize for suddenly crying. Nah, if it hurts, you can cry. Timber's a fucking strong guy. Literally just told you to your face that, yeah, I'm not really ready to talk about this horrible traumatic experience. It's really hard on me, and I haven't processed my feelings at all, but sure, I guess I'll comfort yours. Timber isn't crying, though. He said it hurt, but he isn't crying. Come on. I'm not gonna cry in front of someone I just met. No offense. The touch of humor is welcome, and you laugh with him a little through your tears. You're calming down. To be fair, I'm a dude. That's like a dude's perspective. I feel like for a woman, like, it's completely different. And toxic masculinity side, just like how Timber was a little toxic, it is up to the guy to be like a little like, your problem, it doesn't matter. We're dealing with yours. Decide to unwrap your scarf so he can get a look at yours too. But it's really cold in here. You're wearing it to bed after all. Isn't it yaoi? I think a separate part of it is yaoi, because it's clearly, no offense, if this is written to be yaoi and I am a dude, or Chad is a dude, they did a bad job of writing an actual dude. Because you are as feminine as possible, and you can be a very feminine man too, to be fair. You can be. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very gender neutral, but it's still feminine leaning, okay? It hurts more to hold than the cry when you feel it's there, but yeah. Who says he needs to cry? Real men don't cry. You each tuck yourselves into your sleeping bags, and you finally call it a night. By the way, you can cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. You a bitch, though. Still kidding. You wake with the sunrise that morning. You usually never wake up this early. But you feel so motivated. It's something you thought about all night. You think living among cats and witches isn't something you can bear any longer. As soon as you can, you're going to move to Glaze to be with Timber. Are you sure about this? It's kind of like leaving your life behind and all. Hey, yo! It's not like your life was any good before. You could use a fresh start. Okay, but besides that, you feel like no one's ever understood you the way Timber does. You have a deep bond. Watch him say, I'm not interested in marrying you. It's okay, Sammy. I think you're super alpha and manly for... Cat, that just sounds like you're making fun of him. That just sounds like you're really making fun of bro. It sounds like you're mocking him. No, don't do my bro like that. I mean it though. Yeah. If you are a female, can you cry without being called a bitch? It's not really dependent on that, Trin. Like, women will be called a bitch either way. It's not really dependent on them crying or not. Unfortunate truth, you know? But if you're a guy and you cry, you probably will be called a bitch. Like, that's just the way it is. Yeah, he wasn't interested in relationships, so I feel like we're gonna get that, yeah. I haven't even known you for a full day. If he's against you coming to live here, he should just say so. If he thinks you're not cut out to be a wolf, that's not what I'm saying. I just don't want you to decide something like this on a whim. If you're coming back, make sure you're not gonna regret it. There's some fucked up shit that goes on out here. Joining us isn't gonna solve all your problems or nothing. It's not that you think it will. You know you're being imposing by suddenly deciding this, bud. Give Timber a hug. There's nothing more to say about it, so you'll be taking your leave now. He pats your shoulders and nods. See ya, chat. Actually, that name is, well, you think it's about time you got rid of it. Oh yeah? New name for a new era? That's exactly right. You think really hard about what you'd like Timber to call you. Okay. How about Twigs? Is that stupid? You have to tell me if you think it's stupid. Sorry, that fucking face made me laugh so hard. Where'd it come from? Did you just look around at the ground and name yourself as the first thing you saw? No, if I did that, I would have said Snow. Snow's a cute name. But I like Twigs. About as strong as one, too. Be Twigs, then. No, but you haven't told me whether you think it's stupid. Whatever name you pick, I'm not gonna call it stupid. That's a husky. It's black. Okay, sure. I mean, there's the white, I guess. You could be thinking it, though. If you are, you have to tell me, Timber. I don't want to say in it. We're Scar Buddies. I can't care what my Scar Buddy thinks. Okay, don't call us that. Now there's a name I can tell you is stupid. Your bickering continues until Timber finally relents and tells you that Twigs is a fine name. You still aren't sure you believe him, but you've gotten used to it by now, so you're sticking with it. Timber and Twigs. I think that's why. I think that's your Yowie right there, okay, chat? Your Yowie moment where it's like, Yowie, big Yowie, strong, bony man, and then small, very small. Satisfied, you finally wave goodbye and set off to your campsite. As soon as you get home, you'll be making arrangements to move to Glaze. You'll have to make sure to bring plenty of food to share with everyone. As you walk along the icy path, you ponder what Timber's favorite snacks might be. Ending 3, Twigs. A new wolf has joined the pack. You received the captor's key. Contains spoilers. No, it's fine. I already said it'd be adult. I already did say it'd be an adult route. Oh, wait. Does that mean you're a different wolf depending on what you do? Oh, ending 1. Okay. I like how ending 1 must be the locked. I got the key, didn't I? Okay, captor route. Captor route. What is that? I guess we're gonna play the guy who captured the fucked up person. Okay, well, I'm gonna load and we're gonna go see about that other thing that, I think this is it. Okay, let me go to the timeline. I think this was it. I think the other ending is, yeah, that's fine. You can move it closer. No. So we got ending 3 Twigs. Oh no, we need to go further back. We need to ask about the tundra. Okay. Wait. Nope. Nope. Ask about the tundra. There we go. You're worried you'll forget about it if you leave it any longer, so you ask him what Tundra talked to him about while you were meeting the other wolves. Pack stuff. Nothing special. You can't tell if he's being evasive or just distracted. He sets a cabbage on a cutting board and starts chopping it into thin strips. Tundra mentions she's the eldest, but does that mean she's the pack's leader? You ask Timber for clarification. Yeah, she manages most things. Make sure everyone's fed. Yeah, Captor's probably the one who put the collar on him, so that's probably the fucked up routes that I was talking about, because we got most of the nice stuff. Which I guess will work really well, because we'll get the wholesome route in one video, and then we'll get the fucked up stuff in the next video. His hands work fast. Once the cabbage is shredded, he pours a fair amount of vegetable oil into a pan. Tell him it looks more like he's the one in charge of feeding people right now. Food prep's up to me. She just keeps better track of what we've got stored up. Back in a sec. Timber pops back into one of the ice houses while the oil heats over the fire. You feel bad for interrogating him while he works, but kind of get the feeling he could do this with his eyes closed. Turns with a bag of marinating meat and a bowl of what he assumes to be flour. He grins at you. I'm a pretty good cook, chat. You're gonna be impressed. You don't doubt it, but you weren't really finished asking questions. If their food supply is limited, is it really okay for you to eat their meat? You did bring your own food after all. Guests eat good here. Don't worry. I convinced her it was fine. So that was it. She wasn't happy that Timber decided to cook for a stranger. He plucks the pieces of meat out from the bag using metal chopsticks, then drops them in the bowl, coating them in flour. You apologize, explaining that you feel like a bit of a burden for making him do all of this. That's not it. I mean, that was only part of it. Timber sets the chunks of meat into the pan one at a time. Sizzling sound grows louder with each one. I really wish this was the rabbit meat, actually. That would have been funny. My mom and I had a sort of, disagreement. He waves the chopsticks around as he talks. Haven't been able to scavenge much lately, so she's worried about making things last for the rest of the season. Told her I'd skip meals if it comes to that, but I'm handling it, so it won't. You sit with his words. After a few minutes, he flips each piece of chicken over to cook the other side. My mom's getting up there in the years now. Sooner or later, I'll have to provide for this pack on my own. Stresses her out, I think, trying to make sure we don't all die off once she's gone. You feel the need to apologize again. It's a little heavy for dinner conversation. It's fine. You'll feel better once you eat. It wasn't you that you were worried about, but you don't get to dwell on it for long. The food is ready. Okay. Talk to Pngtuber. Instead of taking a suggestion, you decide to take this opportunity to do a little more poking around Glaze. You want to hear Tundra's side of their earlier conversation. In fact, you don't think you can rest until you do. When you look around, you catch a glimpse of her bright white hair from the window of the house next to Timber's. Had she been watching you? Now you're even more curious. You go inside to speak with her. Okay, just let yourself in. As soon as you enter, she greets you. Chat, did you enjoy your meal? You swallow. This kindness may just be a facade. You know she wasn't exactly happy that Timber decided to cook for you. But it's not like you asked him to. You try to sound extra grateful and offer to repay them however you can. I couldn't ask that of you. It's not as if you were trying to impose. Timber has a soft heart. He just can't bear to see anyone go hungry. Except himself, right? He mentioned before that he was willing to skip meals. That's what a man does. Just how dire is the food situation here in Glaze? Do you come from a large city, chat? Sort of. You say it's more of a town than a big city, but you can't imagine the specific size was the reason she asked. You must have access to all sorts of things there. I'm not sure why you would want to come to a place like this. It's because, honestly, you were lonely there. You could eat anything you wanted, but it would never fill up your soul. Glaze in comparison. It's so lively. No one here is afraid of you. Making friends is easy. You tell Tundra your honest feelings. She gives a genuine smile in return. I understand how you feel. I can't imagine in any other way of life than what we have here. But it comes at a cost. This path isn't suited to everyone. Yeah, they mentioned in the lore that Tundra was in a huge fight with another wolf that left for the city. Her tone is serious but gentle, like a mother admonishing her child. Have the other wolves mentioned to you that we are scavengers? You've heard it brought up a few times now, but what exactly do they mean by scavenging? Tundra begins to explain it to you. We live in an extreme environment, chat. Many people who are unprepared for such a place end up losing their lives on this mountain. This ice is slippery and the cliffs are steep. When they fall, do we simply leave their corpses to become buried in the snow? No. We make use of them. Your stomach churns. Entire body. It's a lot of meat. Meat is very valuable, you know. Normally, we have to trade quite a bit to obtain it. When food is scarce, we make up the difference by scavenging. Otherwise, we would starve. You hope what Timber fed you really was chicken and not something else. Well, they already mentioned that the livestock is kind of already still just animals that don't turn back, but that doesn't mean they're not people. It's still pretty fucked up. I'd say it's still pretty fucked up either way. Tell me, chat, to someone who comes from a place of abundance, this must sound obscene. Do you think of us as uncivilized, as monsters? But she did mention they don't do the murdering, so I don't think he would have actually killed the rabbit. I do think he just was happy to lure he would have been happy to keep the rabbit alive if the rabbit had done what the human had done. But at the same time, I think he was happy to get the rabbit killed too, you know? You hesitate to question their way of life as an outsider, but you feel so sick at the thought. Eating a dead body, sure, it's meat, but it's... In their position, would you really rather starve? You can't say for sure without having lived it yourself. This used to be a bountiful land. When I was young, food was plentiful. The rivers were filled with enough fish to feed 100 wolves. This was before the rabbits came. They settled in our territory and disrupted nature's careful balance. The hint of malice in her voice unsettles you, but you continue to listen closely. Many, many wolves have died at the hands of rabbits. It is because of them that we were forced to become like this. They would prefer for all of us wolves to die, and for this mountain to become theirs alone. I cannot let that happen. Chat, it's my pride as a wolf. You must understand. Rather than pride, it's... she's doing what she can to survive, right? So that the pack doesn't starve. Well, I think the pride part is that they stay, rather than just moving to the cities, you know? You feel torn. You aren't sure what to think anymore. Scavenging is necessary. If this is what they have to do to survive, it isn't your place to question it. You don't know the reality of what it's like to live out here. You've never gone to bed hungry. You're lucky you've never had to think about this kind of thing before. Actually, timeline? Fuck. Fuck. Never mind. It's not. It's not necessary. It's flawed. You feel like if they're okay with relying on corpses for food, doesn't that kind of creates an incentive to kill, doesn't it? It's controversial, I know. Whether I tell you we've never killed anyone or not, you have no reason to believe me without proof. They're killing people, it isn't scavenging, it's hunting. Chasing someone down with their intention to kill and eat them. That's when you realize it. You ask her to tell you if Timber was hunting you tonight. He can answer that himself. She glances behind you. Timber is standing in the doorway. You're cornered now. You gotta stop asking questions, chat. You gotta stop asking questions, chat. Can't you just forget all this? Learning that he'd planned on eating you if you hadn't been a wolf. How could you forget something like that? Does the rest of the pack know what they're doing? Does Juniper? You demand to know if they think someone like Juniper would be happy to learn where people were being murdered for her to be able to eat. Keep your voice down. No, this is totally messed up. How could he act like everything's normal after trying to hunt you? Was that even chickening that he fed you earlier? You feel like you're gonna be sick. Timber steps inside, still standing between you and the only exit. I already told you I haven't been able to scavenge. Come on, you can tell by the taste it was regular chicken. You don't know what to believe. All you know for sure is that Timber was chasing you, and that only makes sense if he was out scavenging. Timber, I know you would never intend to make anyone think you were hunting them. But what do you plan to do about this? Chat is surely going to rush to report this to the authorities. They're not gonna do that. Come on, you wouldn't, right, chat? Someone absolutely needs to report this. They're murderers. It's a simple misunderstanding, but we can't afford the consequences. You were already captured once. This would give them the probable cause they need. Timber, you'll be taken away from us again. They aren't going to let you leave here alive, are they? This isn't fair. It's because of wolves like these that dogs have a bad reputation. You damn dirty dog. It's because of wolves that you've been bullied and feared your whole life. You thought it would make you stronger to call yourself a wolf, but now you want nothing to do with them. They're going to kill you, as if it's their only option, as if they have no choice. I'm not gonna kill a wolf. Tundra scoffs. Chat is not a wolf, Timber. Chat is a dog. Stop panicking. You have to defend yourself. Your hands fumble through your pockets searching for your knife. It isn't there. You do understand what has to be done, yes, as the pack leader. Why isn't it there? You know you put it there. Timber. He takes one of his hands out of his pockets and pulls out the knife. It's unmistakably yours. Hi, Rusty Doggo. He hands it to Tundra. I'm not killing a wolf. He turns his back to you, before you can try to make a run for it. His mother expertly drives the blade into your throat. Dead end! Murdered by Tundra. Wow, chat, you were kind of a dick in this one. Unlock the wolf epilogue. Okay, we will do the wolf epilogue, okay? I will do the wolf epilogue. Okay, 18 plus epilogue. Hey, yo! Read the epilogue. Yeah. When you step off the Insta-rail onto the platform, your oversized bags roll easily on the tile. Now to get these down the stairs. You lift the plastic sled up from off the top of your luggage, untying the small bow you made it to keep it in place. It's long and unwieldy, but its size would be good to carry your bags all the way to Glaze. You just wish you had some extra muscle to help you out. You aren't the strongest, and one of these things is filled to the brim with bags of rice. But you're determined. You go down the steps, then place the sled in the snow. You bought rice for wolves. I know that's like probably cheap, and lasts a long time, but also... Alright. Next comes the hard part. Look back up at one of 2 giant suitcases, but what surprised you is that Witch is standing next to them, looking down at you. Hi, sorry. When I saw you with all that luggage, I wondered if you might need some help. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, please. The kind train attendant uses her magic to levitate each of your bags onto the sled, stacking them neatly. She is really pretty and cute. I have no idea how this was gonna go. I really appreciate your help. No problem. Do you have a long way to travel? Yes, but it'll be a lot easier to pull everything on the sled. I got it from here. The witch waves goodbye and wishes you well on your journey. How lucky. Strangers usually aren't this nice to you. Then again, Timber was a stranger once, wasn't he? He was always nice to you too. Naively wonder if it's something about the mountain air that makes everyone a little kinder. That's what you choose to believe about Mount Sorbet. It's a sand witch. Haha. Takes you all day to make it through the snowfields. You almost worry that you'll get lost along the way, but thankfully you have a pretty good sense of direction. The only problem now is the darkness has you feeling a little paranoid. You feel as if someone's watching you from the shadows. Eek! That someone just wrapped their arms around you out of nowhere. Sorry, did I scare you? Thank goodness, it's the nice kind of stranger. What, I don't see you for a week and I'm a stranger again? Yo, have a good night. The nice kind. I said it's a compliment. He gives you a little squeeze before letting you go. Once he does, you take a moment to adjust your scarf. Came a long way with all this. Gestured to the large bags piled up on your sled, which was a great idea, by the way, although it was still a huge effort dragging it all the way out here. What all's in there? This one's my clothes and snacks. This one's practically all rice. Just rice? That whole thing? I was trying to think of foods that would last a long time. This is the best I could come up with. Months. Sorry, I guess I should have brought a better variety. Everyone's gonna get sick of eating rice, aren't they? I don't think the beggars will be will care. No, this is great. We won't need to worry about food for a long time. Well, you should probably still scavenge and stuff, but yeah. Good, he seems happy. Trying really hard to make sure you won't be a burden once you join his pack. Or, well, you have joined them. Yeah, they definitely should be eating some rice, like, every day with their meals. But they should definitely still keep scavenging and stuff to make it last longer. Or, well, you have joined them. You're joining them. You're almost there, even. I tried to guess your favorite snacks. I'll show you once we get to Glaze, and you can pick something out. When you glance back at Timber, he's giving you such a soft and genuine smile that you worry your heart might stop right there. It's true that you barely know this wolf, but you already feel like you would die for him. This isn't healthy, is it? Uprooting your life to move out here suddenly is beyond risky. Even your dad kept asking if you were sure about all this. But if it means you can see that smile. I guess in this route, though, you can't get the love route with him, I don't think. So you don't know that they scavenge. Oh, that reminds me, I also brought... Or you don't know what that means. Slip your backpack off and kneel down in the snow to dig through one of its pockets. And then you present to him your many, many packages of condoms. He nearly doubles over in laughter. What? What? Twigs. We're gonna raw dog that. I hope I'm not being too presumptuous. Was this the real reason you decided to move out here? Come on, you can say it. Not based. We raw dog it out here. Your face flushes, but you don't back down. I just wanted to come prepared. We didn't get to do much before Sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you. It's just... It's such a ridiculous amount. I didn't want to run out. Okay, horn dog. I didn't realize you were planning on having sex every night. Not every night, jeez. Maybe I should have kept these a secret until later. You hastily shove everything back into your bag and zip up the pocket. Clock, come pick me up, I'm scared. What was your first video you watched of mine? Okay, what was the first video you watched of mine, Rusty Doggo? Once you're back on your feet, Timber gives you your head a firm pat. Glad to have you around, Twigs. You feel like your smile could almost match his in warmth and in sincerity. Almost. The Cemetery Mary gameplay. That is insane. Okay, alright. Alright, okay, alright. Respect, okay. He takes the rope to help you drag your sled and its ridiculous amount of luggage into Glaze. To your new home. Dang. Wolf epilogue end. There is a spicy version of that, but we're gonna leave it off here, okay? We're gonna leave it off here. And we will go to the captor route another time, okay? We will play the captor route some other time, because for now, that's like 3 hours, I think, of streaming. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it off there for now, chat, okay? Sigh? Why are you sighing, bro? Don't be upset. I can't stay up for another 3 hours for another 3 routes, okay? That's enough spice for tonight, okay? We're gonna play it again. We'll finish it up, okay? We'll have 2 videos, okay? I think that's more than enough. Need the spicy for the clickbait? We got some spicy! Bro came in his pants! Literally swallowed him whole. Oh no, we spit it out, but you spit it out. No, I need to see. More. I'm sorry. What do you want? Do you really want the spicy route here? Do you really want the spicy route? You really want the spicy route? I don't think this is gonna be a jump scare. Slides it all the way over, then looks back up at you for confirmation. Here. You nod, keeping eye contact. Plan to snuggle up to me during the night. You kind of want to get to that part as soon as possible. You give him a vague answer. Timber strips off his coat. Oh my god. Okay, no. No, I'm ending it. I'm ending it. No. We're ending it. We're ending it. No. No, we're ending it. No, Ruby came at the worst time. Okay. We're ending it. We're ending it. Return. Main menu. Title screen. Yeah. Title screen. No, I'm good. Hey, Ruby. Thanks for the raid. Much appreciated. But we were actually just ending the stream. I was. Didn't see any of that, YouTube. I totally edited all of that out. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good one. Clock that like button and subscribe, YouTube. I will be back to play more of this another day, okay? So please stick around. Yeah, stick around. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.